back, you're going to have to get the cape out.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
There's nothing like Milwaukee Bucks basketball at Fiserv Forum. The dunks, the defense, the roar of 17,000 fans. It's even better when you're with friends or family. From jaw-dropping plays to buzzer-beating threes, every game is packed with unforgettable moments that you'll get to share together. So gather your crew and get your single-game tickets today at bucks.com/single. That's bucks.com/single.
Whether you're hitting the road for the holidays or heading up north to see family and friends, make Higher Love Cannabis Company in Menominee, Michigan your first stop. Just across the Wisconsin border, Higher Love offers award-winning, organically grown products that you can trust, plus new incense, apparel, and holiday-ready gifts. Fuel your trip, stock up for the season, and don't forget to grab a photo with Sasquatch while you're here. Your perfect holiday stop is waiting at findhigherlove.com/CBD.
My husband's an animal in bed.
Well, you know.
Not in the fun way. Think warthog. With a chainsaw.
Snoring and sleep apnea affect over 90 million people, and 1 out of 4 couples sleep in separate rooms. Advent can help. We've been Milwaukee's one-stop solution for nasal congestion, snoring, and sleep apnea for over 20 years. Unlike many other practices, we focus exclusively on these conditions, so you get comprehensive care under one roof. Advent's unique approach can help you breathe and sleep better, and many avoid a CPAP. Plus, most insurance is accepted for our effective 20-minute in-office treatments.
Hey, the only animal you want in your bed is your dog.
Advent. Sleep better. Sleep together. Learn how you can improve your life at adventknows.com.
AdventKnows.com. Gruber Law Offices. One call. That's all.
They treated me like family.
They're actually people that you can depend on.
They made me feel seen. They really treated me like I was a part of their family, a part of their team.
They ask how you're doing, how you're feeling.
They're just so welcoming and so sweet and kind.
It's like family, caring about another member of the family.
If you've been injured, it costs you nothing to see if Gruber Law Offices can help.
Selling your home during winter may surprise you. Serious buyers are still out there and often more eager to move.
Homes get strong offers this time of year, and with less competition, your listing can really shine.
I'm Tony Wendorf with Tony Wendorf & Associates First Weber.
And I'm Lindsay Bendler. Our team leads with faith, gratitude, and giving back, donating over $200,000 to local causes since 2020.
Tony Wendorf & Associates is ready to get to work for you with our white glove selling experience. Just search online, Tony Wendorf.
A real estate team that always leads with faith and gratitude.
Tony Wendorf & Associates.
Experience hot gaming action and a relaxing spa day. Your perfect winter getaway at the island. Book a stay and float package to get both a standard room and a rejuvenating 60-minute float pod therapy session for less than $100. Complement your stay with an elevated dining experience at Horizon Steakhouse, followed by an evening of comedy in Club 41. The Island Resort and Casino's stay and float package runs through February. Call 800-682-6040 to book yours today. Certain days and restrictions apply.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen. Tune into the Rich Eisen Show weekdays from 12 to 2, right here on 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin. Here's Kyle Wallace, Ben Brust, and Brad Nortman.
It is a great day to be alive on this Friday, because it is Friday, and I've had to tell myself that 15 times. The time and space is not working out. I talked to somebody on the phone today and they go, all right, have a great Monday. I was like, no, wow. Thank God it's not. So happy Friday to everybody. I'm Ben Brust with the 18th combination of show in the last 2 weeks. To my right, back after coming in on Monday, is Brad Nortman.
That's right. I am back. I swung in for one show on Monday and then decided to just chill the rest of the week. Look at you, though. You got Jesse Nelson on Tuesday, an old Scalzo and Brust on Wednesday, and back with the old friend Brad Nortman on Friday. What a week it's been. I will say the whole there needs to be more uniformity in when holidays fall because they're falling on Wednesdays.
Sounds like you hear Brad out.
I might have to hold off on this thought because this is just inspiration.
Might need to, I actually think you could do something with that and actually get good reception from the fans.
A rare good reception.
Yes,
Hear Brad out.
That's why I'm stopping you while you're ahead.
Good idea. Good idea.
That's Brad Nortman. No Kyle Wallace. No Alex Strofe. We'll get to him at some point. I mean, his schedule and when he decides to work and not work is fascinating. I think I saw his girlfriend. She's working. He's just laying on the couch, probably drinking. Double ding. So running the show, pressing the buttons, hanging out. For the first time ever, I've known him before I was a teammate. He was hosting a show that I took the mic away from somebody that he actually wanted, and he put me on the air instead, not by choice because I just took the mic.
Great story.
Content director Brian D. running the show.
So that
Great
show
story
that you were talking about, Jesse Nelson and I were hosting a Wisconsin Sports Awards post show from the Edgewater Hotel in Madison. Beautiful spot. And Zach Showalter had just hit that Aaron Rodgers belt shot. I think it was against the Florida Gators.
In the Elite Eight.
Garden. Yeah.
Yep.
And you and Shoei were like walking around the bar hammered. And I wanted to talk to Shoei. I was like, oh my God, there he is. We need to get him on.
Glad our now content director was thinking about putting hammered people on the air.
Well, I mean, that was kind of that was par for the course at the after party.
Probably late night FCC.
Whatever. And Shoei blew us off, but Ben Brust picked up the headset and talked to us for like 15 minutes. I didn't know who you were.
Wow.
Jesse Nelson.
Are you offended by that?
Not at all. I mean, he was watching a team not go to a Final Four.
That is correct.
Because you are a Marquette fan.
You are correct, yeah.
Yeah, 5-9 on the year is Marquette. Brian D., big Marquette fan. A lot of stuff going on there. But that's not what we're here for. 800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talk and Text line. Less is more. Get us on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. And, of course, you have the ESPN Wisconsin app. Download, listen back. You have everything at disposal right there in the palm of your hand. I actually think we created imaging for this, and there's no way that our producer sent where it is on the board for our content director to run the show for Kyle Brust Nortman, because every Friday we start the show the same way if the Packers play on Sunday or Saturday, with Name the Game, and that's when he did the imaging.
There's no chance.
There's no chance. When you said when you put up the 1 second, I said hell no.
Can I tell you in my defense, this hotkey page, hotkeys are like the little, like this, like that little sounders that we play quickly for those that are listening. This is a disaster that I couldn't begin to explain to you. There are 150 little squares on this screen.
You know what? I can empathize with you because remember I had that dream that I produced.
That you had to produce?
And then you guys made me then go try to produce the first segment. I have a spike of anxiety thinking about
sitting in that chair.
Because, for those listening, it's like you've got 40 tabs on your internet. That's what it's like. I mean, you just see little slivers of tabs. I don't know how you can pull anything out of those hotkeys.
And some of them are labeled like this. This is a classic.
Banger.
Right? That's
I know easy to find. It says banger?
Yes, exactly. This, another classic.
I love Lexi.
Great. AI Brad, right? Some of them I can see. Some of them, like the one you're talking about.
Try one out that you don't understand.
Boy. I'm going to guess.
You've been waiting for it all week.
Did I nail it?
A segment where all the pieces come together. If they get it right, you'll hear about it.
No.
If they get it wrong, well, you already know. It's prediction time. Alongside former Packer backer Kyle Wallace and the guy with a room full of second-place medals, Brad Nortman, here's #1 green and gold fan, Ben Brust.
All right, so that sort of works.
Kind of, yeah.
I mean, yeah.
All right.
It does the trick.
It's time to name the game. Every game on Sundays, some to Saturday, are must-win games. And there actually are some must-win games. The Packers are not one of them. Obviously, Sunday Night Football between the Ravens and Pittsburgh. That's a must-win game. So we mock must-win games all year long. And, of course, this game for Name the Game at 800-990-3776 could literally be anything. Anything, because it's not a must-win. You're sitting Jordan Love. Who knows who else they're going to sit? So we'll send it over to Brad. Your 3 submissions from worst to best, and your best will go on the KBN Twitter poll.
Okay, here's what I got.
You probably didn't get access to log in there either from Strofe.
I got it.
That's a great point. So I got 3 of them, and of course, to end with the one we're going to go with. My whole deal with this game is you're going to be dealing with a bunch of players that we don't even know who they are. So the first one is the who's that guy game. Who's that guy? There's going to be so many times that a play is made, a pass is thrown, a sack hopefully is made, and you're like, wait, who's that guy?
It won't be Rashawn Gary.
Well, he
should be out there as punishment.
He should be out there as punishment, but there's going to be so many, hey, who's that guy out there? And that leads me to my next one, my option number 2. Is the understudy game. You guys know understudies, like where you go and you see a Broadway show and you think you're going to get Denzel Washington and you get some discount version of Denzel Washington. This is what this is like, right? You're expecting to see the green and gold out there and QB1. You're going to get Clayton Tune. This leads me to how I feel about this game in general. This is what I'm going to go with, okay? This is the let's get this over with game. Let's just get this over with.
Sounds like my wife.
Ouch. I mean, wow. That is...
Come on, guys. That was funny.
Let's
it's not that serious. Why did you guys go all serious on me? You guys think that's what it is? Jeez.
Of course. Let's get this over with game. Painful to watch, painful to sit through. Let's just fast forward to about 3:05.
Sounds like my wife. Let's get this over with game.
And we're all going to walk away very dissatisfied.
At least it's not an
again.
At least it's not an understudy game for you.
Happy New Year!
Or who's that guy game?
Yeah.
Who's that guy game? Oh no! All these names the games are haunting me right now.
Wow.
On the Cardinals Talking text line to get us back on track here, it's the Who Cares Bring on the Bears game.
That's good.
I'm going to need a second, Brian. Go ahead.
Usually my cheeks don't hurt until about 3:30 from laughing.
You can't say that. Usually my cheeks don't hurt game.
What's
Brian,
ironic is
you can't say that. You're the content director,
this is the
damn
guy
it.
that's supposed to keep
I
us
know,
on the
and when
track.
he's doing it, what are we supposed to do?
When we say something on air we shouldn't say, Brian's the one that gets after us, and now look where he's leading us.
Oh my God!
Who's that guy? Understudy. Let's get this over with.
Dude, already a best of for Scalzo and Brust, or excuse me, that was on Wednesday for KBN. When we have 18 hosts out, we can use this segment.
Yes.
Oh. All right, Brian.
Mine are not going to be any better for you.
Oh,
God.
All right, my first one, I don't think this works for what we're talking about. This is the first round bye game, right? This is the Packers' first round bye. Nobody's
I
playing.
like that.
This is a first round bye for the Packers. So that's number 1.
Resting starters, yeah.
Yeah. Get healthy.
Number 2 here, and this is going to not be great. This is the dig-in game. Named after Trayvon Diggs, of course, the newest addition to the Green Bay Packers. We'll see if he can DIGG into the Green Bay Packers and see if he can find some reps for the postseason. And then my final one, and this is just the layup here. This is the tune-up game, the Clayton tune-up game.
You're a big pun guy. Always been a big pun guy. I respect that.
I would say dad jokes, right? Which I can finally make.
I actually think I'm going to outdo you in your own game today.
Ooh. Okay.
Well, first off, I'm starting off with I hope my wife's not listening game.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. That's my number. I just added that one real quick. The absolutely nothing game. Like, it just is. This game is reminiscent of this week in between Christmas and New Year's.
Like the inverse of the must win.
I asked you guys is there a name of the week in between Christmas and New Year's where people feel this way? I Googled it. We have Twixmas, a blend of Christmas and New Year's. Christmas limbo. So there's I feel like society, if 6-7 is an actual dictionary.com word, we need a word or a phrase for the week in between Christmas and New Year's where nobody knows where they are. And lastly, it's the tune in or tune out game.
Oh, sure. Yes, very well done.
I like that. That is very good.
Beat you in your own game, Brian.
Nicely done.
Wow. Did you have that?
Because I knew you were going to go with a tune theme, and I felt really good about mine. That if we had the same, I'd be like two minds think alike, but I thought I crushed it.
Yeah, nicely done. That was good.
So Brad's is what again?
Okay, so my total roster, I can't say these anymore without
a total roster game.
I can't say these without feeling a little bit squirmish.
Dude, you got to stop.
Just say the names, dude.
Who's that guy game?
Yep.
The understudy game.
Oh, no.
And the let's get this over with game.
Yep.
That's where we're going to land.
We're going to go with the let's get it over with game.
Let's get this over with.
That's
Brian, your 3 and final?
The first round bye game, the dig in game, DIGG for Trayvon, and the tune-up game.
Tune-up game. Again, 800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talk and text line for you to give your name the games. Mine are the Hope My Wife's Not Listening Right Now game, the Absolutely Nothing What's Going On in the World game, and Tune In or Tune Out game.
I kind of like that one. That has so many layers to it.
Yeah,
I love layers. I love depth and puns.
Ben Brust, Brad Nortman, Brian D. running the show. We're on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. Right away, Michael chimed in. I feel the Packers are making a mistake by sitting their starters this week. They're on a 3-game slide. Jordan Love has been on the bench and injured the last 2 weeks. And he goes on to a lot of different things here. What I will say to that is, no matter what the decision was, somebody was going to be upset. Right? So the coaches had to choose what they felt was in the team's best interest. And Stenovich said, Jordan Love practiced great. He's off concussion protocol now, so he is healthy. But I agree with this one. I don't know if there's enough to be gained against the Minnesota Vikings in Week 18 from a camaraderie. Like, two series or maybe a half, I don't think will change the trajectory of this team against what is likely the Bears or the Eagles come wild card weekend. Whew, I got to catch my breath after that one. Wow, why don't you just tell us what you've been drinking?
You're going to catch your breath after that one?
Yes.
Yeah. Just making sure.
I usually don't have to.
All right, KBN Nation. Well, between this holiday season and New Year's and actually then rolling right into the weekend, it's been nothing but defined by nice cold Carbliss. Carbliss is so delicious. It has everything I'm looking for. From a ready-to-drink cocktail, it's guilt-free. There's no carbs, no sugars, no gluten, just 100 calories per can. And, of course, that oh-so-perfect carbonation. Not so much to upset the stomach, but also enough to quench that thirst. It has been my constant companion this Christmas season, New Year's, and rolling into this weekend, and there's flavors for everyone. Like tonight, we're hosting Lexi's siblings are in town, so we're hosting them and all of them for a game night tonight, and I don't even need to worry about it. I know I can just go to the end of the aisle right there, pick up a couple cases of Carbliss. Everybody likes it. Everyone's guilt-free, and there's a flavor for everybody. Could be the classic cocktails, the margaritas, all the different fruit flavors. It's a no-brainer this holiday season. So go out there, go grab yourself a Carbliss. Thank me later because this is more with Carbliss.
I will say, as I saw on YouTube there in the conversation around sitting versus playing, other than Indiana, it didn't look so good for the teams that had sat a while for the college football playoff. Sure. But different college kids versus professionals. You could tell me more about that, obviously, but I don't think we need to have that conversation because we have a lot to get to, believe it or not, here on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. Even though the game is empty, there's still so much around this team. Matthew Golden, Brad Nortman's eating lots of food. All of a sudden, his New Year's resolution is not to get healthy, it's to get less healthy.
Just like that.
Just like that. So we'll get to all that and more on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
I said, baby, we got to do more sucking. And so I called the company. I said, listen, y'all put this thing in here. Y'all need to come on.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. All day, every day. The Carbliss Talk and Text line is open for you.
First off, there is not one team that's on the fringe that scares me.
800-990-3776. The Carbliss Talk and Text line. This is more.
Earth Justice is a national legal nonprofit fighting to save lives, protect our climate, and strengthen our economy through the shift to zero emissions. Visit us at earthjustice.org. Earth Justice, because the earth needs a good lawyer.
Can you feel it? It's the thrill of witnessing a walk-off grand slam, a game-winning touchdown, a buzzer-beating 3. Yeah, you know the feeling. And there's only one place to experience that raw exhilaration. Potawatomi Sportsbook. Catch all the action in a supreme space with dozens of sports betting kiosks, cool drinks, luxe seating, great food, fiery atmosphere, and a monster video wall. Become a legend at Potawatomi Sportsbook. More info online. Must be 21 to enter casino.
There's nothing like Milwaukee Bucks basketball at Fiserv Forum. The dunks, the defense, the roar of 17,000 fans. It's even better when you're with friends or family. From jaw-dropping plays to buzzer-beating threes, every game is packed with unforgettable moments that you'll get to share together. So gather your crew and get your single game tickets today at bucks.com/single. That's bucks.com/single.
Is back pain slowing you down? When it comes to spine care, you need specialized expertise. At the OAW Spine Center, their orthopedic care specialists provide the highest level of care for everything from herniated discs to spinal fusion. They start with the most conservative, non-surgical treatments like physical therapy and injections. If surgery is needed, minimally invasive procedures at the OAW Spine Center will get you back on your feet faster. With a focus on treating the source of the problem, they take a comprehensive, active approach to spine health, getting you back to the life you love. The OAW Spine Center. There is a difference. Visit oawspinecenter.com. That's oawspinecenter.com.
I've been to my fair share of green and gold games, and the best way to get there is with AccuTrans Group. At Good Karma Brands and ESPN Milwaukee, we use AccuTrans Group to get our partners to and from Green Bay, and it's always first class. From stadiums to concerts and tailgates, your game day fun starts the moment you step on board. Sit back, relax, and let their professional chauffeurs handle the traffic while you enjoy the ride. AccuTrans Group is Milwaukee's premier ground transportation, available 24/7 with sedans, SUVs, limos, vans, and buses. Book today at AccuTransGroup.com.
Wisconsin is still cattle country, and that's why Bunzel's chose to stay close to home to hand select the finest beef. Quality goes into everything they do, from Bunzel's expansive array of meats, homemade specialty sausages, and their award-winning beef jerky. It just isn't a proper holiday meal without Bunzel's top quality cuts on the dinner table. Tasting is believing. Visit Bunzel's at 90th and Burleigh or bunzels.com.
Big ideas deserve a big story and the right audience. At Saturn Lounge, we bring your marketing to life with branding, websites, digital marketing, and video storytelling that stands out from the crowd. Whether it's a TV spot, a campaign, or content built to connect, Saturn Lounge is where strategy meets creativity. From the first spark of an idea to the final cut, we're here to make your message shine across every platform. Ready to make your marketing a success? Step into the spotlight with Saturn Lounge, your launchpad for bigger, better marketing. To tell the world your story, visit SaturnLounge.com today.
This is Kyle Brust Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Fresh photos with the bomb lighting. New man on the Minnesota Vikings.
Ben Brust alongside Brad Nortman. No Kyle Wallace, no Alex Strofe. So Brian D., the content director, sliding in to produce the show. You, KVN Nation, as always, 800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talk and Text line. Of course, YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. Now, as we wrap up the regular season here, whatever happens to this game, I don't think changes your opinion to this. When you look at 23, 24, and 25, the 3 years under Matt LaFleur and Jordan Love together, 7 seed, 7 seed, 7 seed. But how they got there each year was extremely different. 3 completely different narratives. So, Brad, what's your biggest takeaway from the 3 years of LaFleur and Love?
Well, my biggest takeaway is that this is by far the most disappointing regular season in the Matt LaFleur, Jordan Love era. I mean, it's not even close if you think about it. If you roll up the clock all the way back to 2023, there's a lot of questions, a lot of uncertainty. The biggest question is Jordan Love the guy? Is this young core of guys around him able to go out there and compete and be able to, make some noise? And the answer was an emphatic yes. It was a slow start to the season, But you had that MVP level streak from Jordan Love to end 2023. You saw guys start taking the steps forward like Jaden Reed, and you actually got to 9 wins and won a playoff game in convincing fashion against the number 2 seed. So the question was, is Jordan Love the guy? And the answer is yes. And we all walked away thinking they're building something special.
Well, beyond that, to go from 3-6 to winning a playoff game that season, undoubtedly, was it a success? The whole thing. Even I know that I added playoff game, but from a regular season standpoint, what they did to end the year with a first-year quarterback and all those. That is when you could use the youngest team in the NFL.
Actually can, because that actually was reflected in NFL inexperience. It was so improbable that we made our bet by the declaration that we're going to jump in Lake Michigan if this team makes the playoffs.
I made the declaration. We made Kyle do it, and
rightfully so. And he sort of went halfway anyway, so he did what he needed to do. And you were wondering in 2024, is this team going to be able to, grow, actually be a playoff team, and actually get to double-digit wins? And maybe it wasn't always pretty, but at least about the 2011 team, the 2024 team, they got to 11 wins. They were knocking on the door of being able to be a competitor. Jordan Love injured most of the year, and they beat bad, average, and good teams. They just lost to the 3 best teams in the NFC, the Lions, the Vikings, and the Eagles. They lost to those 3. Those are the only 3 teams they lost to. But you were thinking in 2025, after Goody making a declaration, hey, it's time we start competing for championships. You go out there and sign Micah Parsons, Jordan Love, 3rd-year starter, 27, just like Bart Starr, Brett Favre, and Aaron Rodgers when they won their first Super Bowl. You were thinking this is the year that they can and should be true championship contenders, and it's been completely disappointing. They're going to end up likely with 9 wins, right? They're probably not going to win on Sunday. They're actively resting guys. So you're going to end up with likely the same wins as Minnesota, a team that's been kind of the butt of jokes throughout the year because they have 8 wins right now.
Same wins or not, it's still the idea of the progression that you were working towards of 23 to 24 to 25 and what this was supposed to look like. Now, the easy thing that people will point out to pick the flaw in your argument is, well, they lost what was going to be an all-pro tight end. He was going to be right up there next to Trey McBride as the best or the second best tight end in football this year. They lost Micah Parsons in Denver at the time in which they were number 2 in odds to win the entire thing. The Super Bowl odds represented that. So why are you not giving them a pass with injuries right now?
Well, because look to another team that you sort of mirror success with in the San Francisco 49ers. They lost the equivalent to all of that and more, and they're still competing for the number 1 seed. Even more so, their franchise quarterback, Brock Purdy, out for 6 games. I mean, Jordan Love is only missing, yes, he's going to miss this game, but he's going to miss 1 full game in the Ravens.
1 3/4 of real meaningful when there was stuff to play for.
And the Bears game. So they lost Purdy for 6 games. But the reality is Kittle's been on and off. That's the equivalent to their craft. San Francisco's Micah Parsons. That's Nick Bosa. I mean, he is a perennial Defensive Player of the Year candidate. They lost him for the year. The equivalent of their kind of Quay Walker and
you could combine those two because Fred Warner is
one of the best
linebackers
in the NFL. So their Christian Watson is Brandon Ayuk, who hasn't played 1 snap all year.
Decided to give up.
So they lost that and more, and they're competing for the number 1 seed. So at some point, team culture, your quarterback, your superstars, you don't just pay those guys. Other guys need to fill the gap, and you should have a talented enough roster. If you're actually going to be a Super Bowl contender with those guys, you need to have your backfill guys be able to compete more so than the Packers did. So I just look at this and say, 2025, you're talking about 9 wins, taking a step back, and I'll just end on this one. This should have been the season, right? Jordan Love, 3rd-year starter, being able to have Micah Parsons, whether he's injured or not. They didn't look like a true contender when Micah was in there all the time. It looked like they were only relying on him. Lions, Eagles, all down. Division wide open, NFC wide open, and NFL in general wide open. There was never
making it hurt more.
What's that?
You're making it hurt more with your final statement.
It should hurt a little bit. There was probably never an easier path to the Super Bowl than this year, and it just doesn't look like the Packers are going to be taking that path.
So I want to dig a little deeper because I think the substance of the why is there, of why you believe. And I don't think many people will argue against it. And if you disagree with Brad, 800-990-3776, Carbless Talk and text line as to if you believe that this wasn't the most disappointing Love LaFleur season. I would just then ask you, well, then what? Because I did this on Wednesday as Greg Scalzo and I did a Scalzo and Brust reunion, and he brought up the identity crisis of Packer fans because they're good, they're not great. Are you good settling with what this is? What do you need to change? What needs to be fixed? Is it keep Goody, keep LaFleur? Is it keep them both lame duck, even though Ed Policy may not want to do that? So I just go to you and then say, who's the thesis, right? Who's the thesis? Who are you going to as the core of the reason as to why the success is not there, given the reasons that they could have also been successful in comparison to other teams with injuries?
Well, I mean, I look to Matt LaFleur. I mean, Matt LaFleur is the guy that needs to create the pulse for this team to be championship contenders, to be tough, to not be outcoached, and to take the ingredients that Goody gave you. And maybe they're not the top 2 or top 3 roster in all of football, but they're certainly top 10. With a really good franchise quarterback, with an elite defensive end, and you got other guys that are ascending, but it just seemed like whether it be offense, defense, or special teams, some side of the ball would always create a situation where you're in a position to maybe lose, or you're just skating by with victories. Even the victories this year, they haven't really beat many great teams. Their best victories are the Lions. And the Lions look like they're being exposed this year, that they are not the team in the year past. So to me, it falls on Matt LaFleur because my opinion is the team is good enough to be performing more than what they are. It's on Matt LaFleur for toughness, for game plan, for physicality, and putting guys in a position to succeed because too many times this team hasn't looked prepared, they haven't looked ready, and you're just scratching your head thinking, how is this team supposed to be the team that we were promised that is supposed to be championship caliber?
So I want you to expand because I've obviously done a lot of talking over the last 2 weeks, and I want to say that I've actually stolen something from you.
Oh,
intellectual property that Rob Domofsky loved, ESPN NFL Nation reporter for the Packers that joins us on Wednesdays. There's something that you said that triggered a thought that we're not discussing enough, and I talked about it in a split second earlier. Why does Matt LaFleur need an extension? He doesn't. Just because Ed Policy spoke to the media one time, and all we know about him from a pool of reporters and maybe one one-on-one interview where we got out of it, the main takeaway was he, from a philosophy standpoint, doesn't love having a lame duck GM or head coach. Matt LaFleur and Goody, both 2 years left. They'd have one after this season. That doesn't mean that you could extend one, but you don't have to extend the other, and you can choose whatever you think is best for your organization. What's Matt LaFleur going to do? Hold out? But it tells you,
ask the coach.
Hey, this is your old college basketball coach or college football coach. You got to fire the coordinators thing, right? This is you bring in a whole new thing that usually doesn't end up working. But for Matt LaFleur, there's an opportunity that with his success that he could make it work in a all right, I'm coaching for my job type thing. So and Rob Domofsky loved the idea, which I think you said, right? Did you say this in a show prepping, or did I just
No, we talked about it on Monday, saying, like, if I'm Ed Policy and you've got Goody in your office, you have Matt LaFleur in your office, what are you doing with them? Are you extending? Are you firing? And what are you doing? And I said I would extend Goody, and I would make Matt LaFleur play out next season and basically say, look, we believe in you. I'm not sure there's many better options out there than Matt LaFleur, but he's also not doing enough to say, I need to lock this guy down at all costs. So for me, I look at it and I think, and it's unique with a coach too. The reason why you extend a quarterback early, the reason why you extend a player early is you just know the salary cap goes up and you can only pay so many guys. Lock him in earlier. Hopefully that means you get a discount at some point. There's no salary cap with coaches. If I'm Ed Policy, I let him play out next year, and I hope I'm giving him a juicy extension this time next year, that he's earned it and the Packers are looking that good. There's no salary cap. It's not going to be a deterrent to your team. The Packers are a nonprofit.
The deterrent to the team, though, there is an element of, like, you believe or don't believe in him.
If it's
from your perspective, playing in the NFL, you're on the Green Bay Packers in 2025 right now. Now we're in 26. However the season ends, that's what plays out with Matt LaFleur. How are you feeling if that's the message from the team?
If I love Matt LaFleur and Matt LaFleur's my guy, I'm playing hard for him.
So we're even going to find out even more how much they want to play for him.
Because it's almost like what Ben Johnson said about Matt LaFleur. A little bit level of disrespect to say, like, I enjoy beating Matt LaFleur twice per year. Well, I'm not sure Ed Policy is disrespecting him, but if I'm a player and I love Matt LaFleur, I'm saying, well, part of the reasons why Matt LaFleur isn't getting his extension is I'm not playing good enough. I love Matt LaFleur. I want him to be my coach. I only want to play under Matt LaFleur, so we all sort of rally around him. Not creating Ed Policy as a common enemy, but you're saying, look, if Matt LaFleur's job's on the line, and I love Matt LaFleur, I want to play for him even harder. It means even more for me. So, but if there's not that buy-in, then you could have a sort of malaise with it. Maybe you just don't care. So I do think he is well-liked in the locker room, and I would be surprised if the players don't rally around him. But if they don't rally around him, that says even more about what his future should be in Green Bay.
Well, couldn't LaFleur's version of a holdout be, look, I'm not coaching on a lame duck deal, right? Like, throw the policy thing out for a minute. You either extend me or we're mutually parting ways and I'm going elsewhere, right? There's other job opportunities. There's other places I can go. I'm going to get scooped up in a second if you guys don't extend me.
But it's that would tell us that he doesn't believe in the situation in Green Bay.
Yeah, because I can't imagine there's many better spots.
Where are you going to get a job where you have a franchise quarterback right now?
Well, again, I'm saying it would allow him an opportunity to press reset, right? And it is new ownership. I'm doing the air quotes. It's new management. You're working for somebody that you didn't sign up to work for, correct? So I could see a situation where he goes, okay, you guys clearly don't believe in me. I want to go somewhere where I am believed in. Maybe Robert Saleh's available and he goes and hangs out with his buddy, right? There's other situations in the NFL where he could say, okay, this is a clean slate. I'm going to go to Miami.
I don't know. Saying I'm going to walk away from Micah Parsons and Jordan Love is quite the statement.
Again, but and
then you're betting on your own success with a lot of unknowns.
But if the organization does not believe in you clearly and says, look, we are not going to extend you, you could also, I'm just throwing out the idea, he could throw that card on the table too.
I will say the one thing that would be unappetizing for Matt LaFleur is if Goody gets an extension and Matt LaFleur doesn't. That's where I would say, well, wait a minute.
Yeah,
you're clearly believing more in Goody than me. This feels personal. If Ed Policy walks in and says, boys, dude, 9 wins, and let's say that if they lose in the first round of the playoffs, so that's not good enough. That's not our standard. So, how can I reward that when we all thought this year would be a whole lot more?
Well, and that's what I find interesting is we are doing this hypothetical. If Jordan Love is the quarterback that he's shown to be, and I know their defense is missing pieces, but who's to say he can't win a playoff game at Soldier Field and then play Sam Darnold and find a way? This is the nature of it. The narrative can change fast if your franchise quarterback plays to a level that you've seen him do before. As a 7 seed, he went on the road and beat the Dallas Cowboys, and with less experience, had the Niners on the rope in the divisional game. I know it's feeling different from a vibe standpoint right now with them losing last 3 games, heading into this weird resting starters and Jordan Love week, but this whole thing can shift still, so I don't want to lose that in the conversation, but it's definitely a part of all things are on the table right now. All things are on the table, and we will learn more about the way this thing ends and what Ed Policy is about.
One quick thing. I truly believe when Ed Policy made that statement, I don't think he was saying it as a threat. I believe that he was probably trying to give a vote of confidence to them. I don't think if you would have told them this is how the season would go, they're going to end with 9 wins, 7 seed again, let's see how the playoff game goes, I think that would surprise him. I think he expected a better season and expected it to be rewarded. I think he's painted himself into a corner now, seeming like he has to make a decision and has to put his chips on one side or the other.
Like I said, I've been the Packer backer. I believe in Jordan Love that he can win the next 2 games, the next, 2 playoff games and get them to the NFC Championship game, and that changes the narrative a hell of a lot. But the Bugatti that Kyle Wallace has painted in Matthew Golden is running like a Nissan right now. And Adam Stenavich opened up his mouth, and I think somebody should have been there to say stop talking, but he didn't. So we're going to hear from him on Matthew Golden, the Packers offensive coordinator, next.
This is Kyle Brust Nortman.
Is one of the things that your girlfriend gets upset with is you interrupting her like this?
Probably.
I just complimented you. What the hell?
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
This is Matt Meitner, owner of Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Do you find yourself talking to your dog but feel like she's not listening to you?
Bella, sit.
Are you constantly repeating yourself but she's not following your directions?
Sit. Sit.
Frustrating, isn't it? At Sit Means Sit Dog Training, we want to help you have a happy, confident, and obedient dog, and we also want to make the training process an enjoyable and worthwhile experience. Contact Sit Means Sit today to schedule a free consultation so we can create a customized training program so you are able to have the dog you want and deserve.
Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Sorry, we don't train husbands, wives, or kids.
You've already put in the work. Now there's a way to make it count towards your degree. At Lakeland University, your work and life experience can earn you college credit, helping you finish faster, saving time and money. With flexible evening and online classes, plus multiple start dates, Lakeland fits your life. Study 100% online at one of our 6 locations across Wisconsin or on our residential campus in Sheboygan County. Customize your degree to fit your life, your goals, your future, without missing the moments that matter, at work or at home. Your experience matters here. Lakeland University. Experience it your way.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
According to American writer H.L. Mencken, a well-stocked bar can create over 17 billion different cocktails. Hi, this is Marie from Discount Liquor. I don't know if 17 billion is accurate or not, but I do know that Discount Liquor is the place to find everything you need to be well-stocked for any occasion. Discount Liquor is Wisconsin's home to over 2,000 varieties of beer, 3,500 types of liquor, and over 8,000 wines. Our unparalleled selection is rivaled only by our incredible savings and everyday low prices. And we know how to take care of our customers, no matter the occasion. In fact, Discount Liquor has won numerous national and local awards. Visit Discount Liquor at our Milwaukee or Waukesha locations. Family owned and operated since 1960.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
In Milwaukee on 51st in Oklahoma, and in downtown Waukesha on Main and Barstow. Check out our specials at discountliquorinc.com.
Without an Advent clinic nearby, people suffering needlessly from chronic nasal congestion and sinus infections would be stuck with either Band-Aid or Sledgehammer solutions. Band-Aids are pills or nasal sprays, and they're not true solutions. Surgery is a sledgehammer, and that's what we're trying to avoid. Because most people don't need surgery for nose and sinus issues, nor do they want a 14-day recovery. Our unique Advent approach can, in 20 minutes in our office, open your blocked nose for good, with only 1-day recovery. I'm Advent founder Dr. Kandula. Outside of Advent's 4 walls, invasive surgery is what they'll recommend. But here you will find effective and convenient in-office solutions to help you stop the need for Band-Aids and avoid the sledgehammer.
Go to adventknows.com to schedule your appointment, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better. Most insurance accepted.
Experience hot gaming action and a relaxing spa day. Your perfect winter getaway at the island. Book a stay and float package to get both a standard room and a rejuvenating 60-minute float pod therapy session for less than $100. Complement your stay with an elevated dining experience at Horizon Steakhouse, followed by an evening of comedy in Club 41. The Island Resort and Casino's stay and float package runs through February. Call 800-682-6040 to book yours today. Certain days and restrictions apply.
Is mud calling a timeout on your ride? A Tsunami Express car wash membership is your winning play. Get unlimited washes, fast lane access, and free vacuums every visit, all for less than $1 a day. With 7 Milwaukee area locations, including the newest spot in New Berlin, keeping your car in prime time condition is a total touchdown. Whether you're tailgating, heading to the stadium, or just cruising around town, make sure you roll up looking like a champ. Become a member today at TsunamiExpress.com. Tsunami Express Car Wash. Wash, chill, repeat.
This is Kyle Brust Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
On the Carbless Talk and Text line, 800-990-3776. This is more. Dave from Aaron. If LaFleur and the Pack make a deep run, you extend LaFleur. If they lose Sunday and the first-round exit, then you let him coach out the contract, and he has a year to prove he is the guy. Pretty decent summary of kind of where we are landing here. But the interesting caveat is, I think what you mentioned, if they did extend Goody but not LaFleur, that could cause a weird dynamic. As I'm Ben Brust alongside Bradley Nortman. No Wallace, no Strofe. Brian D., content director's running the show, so if you have any complaints, 800-990-3776. You'll get right to the source. All those emails that you send trying to get to Brian D., he's right here on the Carbless Talk and Text line.
And, buddy, I get them. I got one this morning.
Do you really?
Oh, absolutely.
So I'm saying you got a direct line to the boss man today.
3776.
I actually go around town and people will say, "Who's the contact?" I got some feedback, and I say, "Send it to info@Good Karma Brands." Now I have no place to hide.
Yeah, we'll listen. Absolutely.
So I do want to get to Matt LaFleur's offensive coordinator because this is just fascinating. When asked about Matthew Golden, obviously it was a big event in Lambeau Field. Wisconsinites showed out big time for the NFL draft, but Mark Murphy showed out on stage about their number 23 overall pick, Matthew Golden. Now, it's not been the season I think many hoped. I think Golden fans and maybe the team alike. So when asked about Matthew Golden, if he could be a contributor down the stretch here, here's what Adam Stenovich had to say.
Long term, what does he got to do to have a bigger piece of this offense?
I think right now, he will. And the good thing is the last couple weeks we've seen just his rapport with Jordan, making plays out in practice. But it's tough right now. It honestly is, because you got Christian, you got Romeo, you got Jay Reed back. These guys have got really good experience and they're really good players. And, those are the guys you're leaning on right now. And I think Golden's got a really bright future. He's very talented, and his time will come. But I think right now, just with the room the way it is, he's not going to be in that premier role. When the playoffs come around. So but again, if you told me he was the number one receiver on a play, I'd be very excited about it too. We have a lot of really good options when it comes to wide receiver right now, which is a blessing.
Could have stopped multiple times.
What?
All right. My biggest issue is he didn't address the monkey in the room.
The monkey in the room?
The elephant in the room. Sorry, we have an ABC thing, and M is for monkey that I'm teaching my daughter, where to put the little blocks. So I think monkey stuck in my head.
A is for monkey?
No, M.
Oh, M.
M.
Oh.
Did I say A?
No, I might misheard.
A's apple.
He's got an ABC thing that he's doing with his daughter, and M is for monkey.
M
is for
E is for what?
Elephant.
And that's where?
In the room.
Ah, very good.
The elephant is in the room. Do you know what elephant that is? Bo freaking Melton, people.
Oh, sure.
Bo Melton was brought over to the defensive side, didn't play a defensive snap, and then was playing snaps over Golden this year. So what are you trying to sell me? I can't believe what he's saying when I'm seeing Bo Melton out there. I know he's been with the team. He's practiced the offense. He's had snaps before. We're talking about the number 23 overall pick in the NFL draft, taking a wide receiver for the first time since 2003. Or is it 2002? I used to say that all the time and I forgot.
I know. Now I can't remember. 2002. Yeah, it's boy, not often. I feel like when Stenovich goes up there and talks, he talks so infrequently that you're going to eventually get to the truth. He almost can't help himself because, listen, I can understand Christian Watson when he's healthy and he's playing. He does play at a very high level. And Jaden Reed is kind of the Swiss Army knife of the offense. But I'm under the belief that they would love to phase out Romeo Doubs if you could, because there's no way he's coming back to the Packers on what he'll likely get in the open market. And you're exactly right. The biggest indictment is Bo Melton getting meaningful targets in meaningful games. There's just no excuse for him to do that over Matthew Golden. He's almost talking like we shouldn't be surprised or expect a first-round wide receiver or any rookie wide receiver to play big minutes, big snaps. And you only have to look into recent history, thinking of Puka and Ladd McConkey and Brian Thomas Jr. And, of course, Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase. Guys can...
Even Jordan Addison, who was drafted in the exact same position in the draft.
Yeah, and so is Brian Thomas Jr. for the Jags. Guys, every year... And look at only this year's draft class with Tet McMillan and Emeka Egbuka. You can walk into a situation and you can be, maybe you have to be wide receiver number one, which we're all clamoring for here in Green Bay, but you can be meaningful. You can at least be one or two or three and get meaningful reps and receptions and targets in big games. So they're almost talking oh yeah, this is just kind of what you do. You redshirt, there's all these wide receivers. Something is amiss when it comes to this Golden thing because Rob Domofsky said in preseason, it's one of the best wide receiver preseasons he's ever seen.
Didn't drop a thing.
In decades.
And that's why I wonder if it's on Matthew Golden, because if he was performing in practice and in meetings the way that the coaches wanted him to, then they would use him more because the skill sets are clearly there, right? Like, Brad, you could speak to this, right? You earn playing time. It's not given, it's earned in the National Football League, unless you're a punter and you're brought in to punt, which is, you earn that ahead of time, I think, right?
Well, you got to beat a guy out in camp.
But
yeah, you got to
what
beat
I'm
a guy out.
Like,
a guy.
If there's 7 guys in a room that you have to beat out, they're going to put the 5 on the field that they trust the most.
Well, and that's what I wanted to get to next, is when he mentioned the 3 that are ahead of him very clearly is Romeo, from a consistency standpoint, and he had a great game 2 games ago before the obvious onside kick snafu. Christian Watson's been amazing. No one could have predicted that he would have played this well right after the ACL, right?
True.
Usually there's a ramp-up period of trusting it, but he's hit the ground running. And Jaden Reed has led the team in receptions and yards the last 2 years, that naturally he's going to get his share. But all 3 guys, like, it's not like all 3 of those guys play 100% of the snaps. And that's where, like, you can get into snap count and look like, then you look into the Meltons and the Dontavian Wicks of the world. It's like, those guys aren't going to be around. And maybe there's a rapport that we don't know about between Love and those guys, but it still seems wild with his skill set that I would put it on coaches. You can't have a guy near 4.3 40 not making an impact for your team in a year in which you have Jordan Love. Like, and it's not like, let's not act like Christian Watson was here all year. So like Jaden Reed's here all year. So right now I can yield the argument a little bit more, but still not to the point where I'm like, Stenovich makes me feel great about this Golden situation. So I put it on the coaches, like 100% on the coaches. He's too talented to have this little of success.
Yeah, and what's weird is Matthew Golden, he seems like he excels in 2 areas. One is any opportunity that he can show off his speed. So you're talking about downfield. That should be a fairly easy route to run. Or he's a yak guy, right? Almost like Jaden Reed, where you just get the ball in his hands, let him make a couple moves, and let him go. Those plays are fairly easy to draw up, right? A downhill, a deep threat, or a quick screen pass, a slant, and out, like something like that, just to get the ball in his hands.
What the Chiefs did with Xavier Worthy his first year, who was the fastest guy in the league.
Without getting too football in, Brad, because you're going to be our expert here, I'd be curious to know your opinion on this. Like, is he not big enough positionally for the offense? Because if he's an X, you need him to block. If he's a Z, which is like what Devontae Adams was, like he doesn't have that skill set. He's more of a straightforward guy. Like, do you think there's a positional size thing going on?
Well, the problem is we aren't super clear on what his deficiencies are, right? Is it bad route running?
Are Jaden Reed and Romeo Dobbs that much bigger?
Yeah, I mean, maybe there's a toughness factor. Maybe they just don't feel like he can take on a block. I will say
it'd have to be blocking because we've seen him make contested catches.
Yeah,
he's not blocking.
I would say it is fairly
no block,
concerning.
no rock.
I'm not nowhere near calling him a bust by any means. What I'm saying is, though, it's a little bit concerning because first-round draft picks from the coaches and from like the scouting staff, the player personnel, they're treated like the favorite child. Like the first round draft
not
picks
in Green Bay.
They get every opportunity.
I'm glad you brought that up, though, because if you think about their 13th overall pick, 2 of them, Rashawn Gary's first year, he was behind the Smith brothers, but he was basically kind of like, wait until he had his opportunity. Lucas Van Ness.
He didn't get a lot of playing time early. I mean,
so I guess like the first round picks, it's not like they hold them to this like, oh my gosh, like glorified. You almost have like they're kind of old school in your earn your stripe way.
Yeah, like a red shirt year almost. But that's most of the time you are hoping and expecting your first round draft pick to come in there and make an impact right away. And you almost expect your first round draft pick to put you in a situation where you can't keep them off, where you can't keep them on the sideline. You have to put them on the field. And clearly Matthew Golden isn't giving him all that to deal with. I just think that in order to build his confidence, get him going, I think you just give him some easy routes, some easy opportunities where he can excel. But clearly Matt LaFleur and or Matthew Golden haven't been able to do that to put himself in that situation. Because it's not like the Packers have a true stable of unbelievable stud wide receivers. You could break in and be a wide receiver 1. We've been asking for that for years.
And again, I don't disagree that the future is bright for him because they're going to have to make decisions and they're not going to bring back everyone because some of them are going to demand a dollar amount that they're probably not worth here in Green Bay, and he's in line for an opportunity. So with that,
do you think they would want to redo? It's easy to play revisionist history.
I don't think so.
Look at some of the wide receivers taken in the early second round. Jaden Higgins, big kid, making a big impact with Houston. Luther Burden making a good impact with the Bears. Like, do you think
lately.
They would want to redo?
It's because Rome's been out. Like, who knows what his role would have been. I don't think so, no. But ultimately, if it was going to be a redo, I'd probably say, like, would there be a different position
Yeah, because
at
it
the
almost
time?
sounds
You know
like
what I mean? Like, it wouldn't be
saying, well, what are you going to do?
Yeah, so at that point, why would you redraft a wide receiver if you could have a take back? I guess that's my decision, or I would make. But again,
James Pierce and Tyleek Williams right on the board after that too, and pass rush has obviously been an issue outside of
thanks,
Mike.
Brian. Yeah, we haven't seen that at all, and stopping the run.
Truly MIA.
Well, this was a great moment. I guess we can listen to it one last time. It's losing significance as we go along. So enjoy this.
For the first time since 2002, draft a wide receiver.
Listen to this crowd.
Oh, baby. Matthew Golden, wide receiver of Texas.
And he's here.
And he's here. Thanks, Mark. It's Kyle Brust Nortman. We'll be back with you next.
This is Kyle Brust Nortman
I'm sorry that I don't want to touch Ben's Peter.
on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. With Wilde and Tausch, you won't miss a play.
Nobody should be writing the season off. The idea of being one of the top teams without two of your best players is a big reach. But this is a season that you can find ways to do it.
Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
You think anybody ever feels sorry for the Green Bay Packers? They don't. And they shouldn't. And you shouldn't.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Can you feel it? It's the thrill of witnessing a walk-off grand slam, a game-winning touchdown, a buzzer-beating 3. Yeah, you know the feeling. And there's only one place to experience that raw exhilaration. Potawatomi Sportsbook. Catch all the action in a supreme space with dozens of sports betting kiosks, cool drinks, luxe seating, great food, fiery atmosphere, and a monster video wall. Become a legend at Potawatomi Sportsbook. More info online. Must be 21 to enter casino.
When it comes to joint replacement, you want the best care available. The Orthopedic Surgery Center in Pewaukee is a leader in joint replacement, offering same-day surgery with advanced technology. Their team of experts specializes in knee, hip, and shoulder replacements, using the latest techniques to minimize pain and recovery time. By choosing them, you're choosing a center focused on providing specialized care tailored to your needs. The team at Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin can get you back to what matters, living pain-free.
And their prices are more affordable than urgent care or the ER. And they'll send a full report to your primary care doctor. Why wait at the ER? Walk in to Ortho ASAP for faster, more affordable care.
Total joint replacement. There is a difference. Visit orthowisconsin.com. That's orthowisconsin.com.
Football's back, and if you're headed up toward Green Bay, the perfect stop is Higher Love Cannabis Company, just seconds over the border in Menominee, Michigan, less than an hour from Green Bay. An easy stop before or after the game or anytime you're passing through town. And with so many low-quality, unregulated CBD products floating around Wisconsin, trust matters. Higher Love, award-winning, organically grown, locally owned, and the real deal. Higher Love Cannabis Company, best in the Midwest. Visit findhigherlove.com/CBD.
It's time for the Marquette Minute on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Wintrust, Wisconsin's bank, the official banking partner of Marquette University, and home to Marquette Checking with free ATMs nationwide.
After 10 days off, Marquette fell to Seton Hall at Pfizer Forum for their third conference loss on Tuesday night. The Golden Eagles didn't turn the ball over once in the first half, and it translated to the second half as Marquette went on a 16-0 run.
The inbound to Rivera. It's knocked away. Marquette with a steal. Coming the other way, Chase Ross in the lane to the basket. He lays it up and in.
Just jump over everyone.
Marquette's lead is 7. Back outside to James. Open 3. Good. Oh, baby. 5 in a row.
Despite the run from the Golden Eagles, Seton Hall answered with a 13-0 run of their own, defeating Marquette down the stretch 79-73. Marquette will look to notch their first Big East win in Connecticut against UConn in a tough Big East battle on Sunday.
This has been the Marquette Minute on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Wintrust, Wisconsin's bank, the official bank of Marquette University.
I've been to my fair share of green and gold games, and the best way to get there is with AccuTrans Group. At Good Karma Brands and ESPN Milwaukee, we use AccuTrans Group to get get our partners to and from Green Bay, and it's always first class. From stadiums to concerts and tailgates, your game day fun starts the moment you step on board. Sit back, relax, and let their professional chauffeurs handle the traffic while you enjoy the ride. AccuTrans Group is Milwaukee's premier ground transportation, available 24/7 with sedans, SUVs, limos, vans, and buses. Book today at AccuTransGroup.com.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Oh, you gonna take me home tonight.
We have a treat for you, no pun intended, coming on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. I'm Ben Brust alongside Bradley Nortman, fit as ever, looking great.
On the surface.
Kyle Wallace is out. Alex Strofe is out. So Brian D., content director, is running the show. Bradley, is this New Year's Eve?
This was New Year's Eve.
Because I remember watching this, and I had some people over, and I was feeling pretty good. And I was like, what is going on? What is this? So it's a sideways video, so you're going to have to turn your head if you're watching on a screen. But this is Brad Nortman devouring a chocolate cake. Is the
2025 is ending with the bang.
Mister, I've never had ramen before. True. Yeah, okay.
Really?
Never had ramen before.
So Brad Nortman's never had ramen noodles. We discovered that. He's devouring a massive piece of chocolate cake. What happened to you?
Yeah, so I'm at the Bucks game in a suite. Cool. On New Year's Eve, and lots of fans of the show on there, right? Lots of fans of the show. But you know, I have a good time myself, and I'm enjoying myself. You hear Lexi's voice in there, and the dessert cart starts to show up.
You know,
right?
this is so on brand, actually. Brad went to a Bucks game in a suite with a dessert cart.
The dessert cart.
Did you bring your butler from home, too?
We left him at home, but we stuck out a piece for him. He deserves it. He's working hard over there at the estate. And, I'm the type of quarterback that can just roll in the regular season when there's no pressure on. But the minute there's pressure on, I'm throwing the 2-minute warning, I crumble. I see all the desserts that are out there for me, and I think to myself, golly, I got to have a slice of chocolate cake. And the lady looked at me, and she said, oh, I was like, ma'am, can I please have a slice of chocolate cake? And there was a couple of reasonably sized pieces that were very pre-cut and available. And she does the whole, turn the plate, 180 degrees, and she's like, you're a big guy. I'm going to give you a big piece. And she goes ahead and she slaps that big old piece of chocolate cake on there. And the whole room, plenty of fans of the show, so they know my natural lean toward trying to eat healthy. I'm getting ridiculed. They're like, oh, so much for oatmeal, so much for healthy, so much for not eating ramen.
You're a fraud. You're a health
food fraud. Early in the video, I said, I'm a health food fraud. I'm a long way from oatmeal in that moment. So, the people in the room, they also know Ben Brust. So he said, take a video and send it to Ben Brust. And darn it, were they not let down, because sent that video to you, Ben.
You've been teaching me life lessons along the way. So in our office, even today, there's cookies up on the main what should we call that, Brian? The
kitchen.
The kitchen area, but the table, the table in the kitchen. And I swear it's like every other day that something unhealthy is sitting at that kitchen.
It's all the time. I avoid that area specifically.
God
or else I'm gonna fall
forbid
prey to
we
this.
ever get fruit or bagels or something that doesn't have 7,000 calories in it at 9 o'clock in the
Correct.
morning.
And so
it's all sugar.
I had told Brad I need something to think about when I go in the kitchen area. And this has stuck with me forever. A minute on the lips, forever on the hips. And that is exactly what I texted back to Brad. I said, who are you? A minute on the lips, forever on the hips, Brad.
And I was already getting plenty shamed in the suite, and I was reminded of my own.
Stop saying that you were in a suite. We get it.
And the people in the suite, they just couldn't believe their eyes. And I was already feeling like, golly, I shouldn't be doing that. And then I get that from Ben Brust, reminded of my own life advice. And I thought to myself.
Did you finish it?
Of course.
All right.
Of course.
So I didn't affect change.
This is why New Year's resolutions occur. Because on the 31st, you do your version of hitting rock bottom. That's my version of hitting rock bottom. I got to look at myself in the mirror, and I got to say, Brad, pick yourself up a little bit.
I feel like New Year's resolutions don't work unless they start on a Monday.
So you're saying I get a free pass this weekend?
I think, don't you agree?
That's a good take.
Like,
if they're not starting a diet on
a Friday,
Thursday
or whatever it was, yeah. Like, what?
So
heading into the weekend? Like, no, this should be your last hurrah if you're going to do something health-wise for a New Year's resolution.
I like that. Well, that was
Hear
my
Ben
last
out,
hurrah.
solving world problems in less than 10 minutes.
Can you do dry January if you start on the 5th?
What if you carry it to February 5th?
Sure, there it is.
It's the same thing, right?
Okay.
Absolutely.
I'm just trying to give people, permission to enjoy the weekend here.
Yeah.
That's my thing. It's like, I've been like, I'm not doing like a full out, like, I'm going to do 30 or 75 or whatever hard it's called, 70 hard or whatever.
Goggins,
What is this?
I don't know, 75 hard?
75 hard. It's like you work out twice.
You work out
a day.
twice, once outdoor, once indoors.
No
you read a
alcohol.
book. You got to
Got a
stick to a
cold shower
diet
type of thing.
It's crazy, but it
It's gotta
changes
be
people's
sustainable.
lives.
That's the
what
thing.
I'm saying. I'm not doing that, but I'm going to be like minute on the lips, forever on the hips, like in the mind. That's my
Yeah.
New Year's resolution. Is
I'll
don't eat from the kitchen.
I just know I'm starting my 2026 with bigger hips.
Hey. Alrighty then. Jeez, did you have more than that chocolate cake?
I might have. That was, the sweet, there's so much good food.
All right,
We're
enough
talking
of the
about
sweet.
pizza
Cool.
and tomahawk steak. And
Tomahawk steak at a Bucks game?
Yeah, it was crazy. It was so good. I might have also had a Rice Krispie treat. I haven't had one of those in probably a decade.
Dude, are you all right?
I'm telling you, you saw about the tip of the iceberg. Now, there was the big tip of the iceberg being that big old chocolate cake, but I was sort of having my share of fun. Brad's version of fun in the suite. Just eating like I've never eaten before.
Good on you, man. Good on you. Got a couple giveaways today because it's Friday. I got to remind myself. It's Frozen Pizza Friday, Iron Jock hat. That is what we got coming up here in the first part of January. They keep giving away stuff. So we'll make hour 3 of this Friday the giveaway hour on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. We're back with you in 2 short minutes, getting ready for Week 18, the tune-in or tune-out game in 2 minutes.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
What's going on? Ben, come on.
It's getting tough. It's getting slow.
Ben, don't be pathetic. Your father's with your baby. They're listening. You gotta be better.
But I'm giving it my all. I don't know what you're at either.
Stop humping the ground.
Yeah.
Get up.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Hey, it's John McGivern here. You know I love Network Health. One of the reasons is that they're local and they understand how important that is. Their exceptional customer service isn't just words on a page. It's what they do. It's what they've always done for over 41 years. Call 833-7-NETWORK today. HMO and POS plans underwritten by Network Health Plan. Compensation has been provided for using this endorsement of Network Health.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
According to American writer H.L. Mencken, a well-stocked bar can create over 17 billion different cocktails. Hi, this is Marie from Discount Liquor. I don't know if 17 billion is accurate or not, but I do know that Discount Liquor is the place to find everything you need to be well-stocked for any occasion. Discount Liquor is Wisconsin's home to over 2,000 varieties of beer, 3,500 types of liquor, and over 8,000 wines. Our unparalleled selection is rivaled only by our incredible savings and everyday low prices. And we know how to take care of our customers, no matter the occasion. In fact, Discount Liquor has won numerous national and local awards. Visit Discount Liquor at our Milwaukee or Waukesha locations. Family owned and operated since 1960.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
In Milwaukee on 51st in Oklahoma, and in downtown Waukesha on Main and Barstow. Check out our specials at discountliquorinc.com.
Whether your child is just learning to dribble or is already working on their threes, Bucks Youth Basketball Camps are the place to play, learn, and have a blast, too. Packed with games, skills challenges, and high fives, Bucks Youth Basketball Camps foster fun and teamwork for all skill levels. Get ready for your youngster to ball like a Buck. Learn more about upcoming Bucks Youth Basketball Camps at bucks.com/camps. That's bucks.com/camps.
Tune in to KBN every day at 2 o'clock. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle Brust Nortman, KBN on ESPN Wisconsin. Here's Kyle Wallace, Ben Brust, and Brad Nortman.
Well, no Kyle Wallace and no Alex Strope, but you got Ben Brust and Brad Nortman with Brian D., content director of ESPN Milwaukee, running the show. Now, a couple things just came across my desk. First-round wide receivers since 2015 that have put up 0 touchdowns in their rookie season. Kadarius Toney, Corey Davis, Mike Williams, John Ross, Kevin White, Josh Doxson, Laquan Treadwell. Matthew Golden has yet to find the end zone.
Wow.
But Chef Ed on the Carbless Talking text line 800-990-3776. A future trivia question. Who did Matthew Golden catch his first NFL touchdown pass from?
Clayton Tune.
Clayton Tune.
That would be a great trivia question.
That would be a great trivia question by Chef Ed.
Those receivers you mentioned is just a mixed bag of busts. That doesn't feel good.
But we heard from Adam Senovich earlier today. He didn't make you feel better about why Matthew Golden hasn't been a successful.
It's just not a list I'd want to be on.
I agree. I wouldn't want to be on that list either. As long as he's not lining up off sides like Kadarius Toney.
Yeah.
Did that hurt your fandom? I forgot.
No, that was great.
That helped you.
Yeah, that was
as a Bills
really
fan,
helpful.
right?
Yeah, the Bills won that game, and that was the play where he lined up off sides, but Travis Kelce caught the ball.
Lateral
did
or
a full throw lateral across the field, and Kadarius Toney scored, but it got called back.
So that's the list Matthew Golden's on right now, but that can change. Now, what I do want to get to here is, Brad, I want you to tell me about Jordan Love and the Malik Willis and the backup QB situation here, because Malik Willis isn't going to be here any longer. But I already think I'm poking holes in it, so I got to hear you out.
Yeah, hear me out a little bit on this one. I've already dubbed this game the who's that guy, the understudy, and the let's get this over with game. But Packer fans, I want you to watch this game pretty closely because Clayton Tune, he might just be your backup of the future, and I'm going to tell you why that's important. One, Malik Willis, he's been outstanding. Let's just say that. Great as a Packer. He's going to have to be a free agent. Someone's going to pay him $20 million a year to compete to be the starting guy. He'll probably win that job. I'll be rooting for him at least. But that means the Green Bay Packers won't have him anymore. My concern is if you're going to be an annual team that's trying to compete for championships in the division and maybe even first-round buys, every game matters. And if you got a guy like Jordan Love, who I love Jordan Love. He is your franchise quarterback.
Jeez, you really are turning into Kyle Wallace in that seat.
I love Jordan Love, but I'm a stats guy, right? And I got to look at what Jordan Love is.
Wait, you have stats?
I'm not deep stats.
I was going to say, we got to fire the Brad
Nerd
Man.
You can maybe just give me a quick nerd man after I say this. Jordan Love has missed or has needed to be taken out of or missed 11 games over the last 2 seasons. 11 games. You're talking about 5.5 per year. So let's even say, okay, well, you could excuse this one, excuse that one. Even if it's
5.5 per year,
it's 7 games he either missed or had to be have a backup come in and play for him throughout the 2024 season. So that's 7 is big games. And this year is Baltimore, Chicago, New York Giants, and I'm blanking on one. I could go find it. But four games this year Malik Willis has played in. 7 games last year Malik Willis has played in. So therefore, whether it be starting or needing to go play for Jordan Love because he got injured during the game or whatever, the long story short is that's 11 total games a backup quarterback has had to play for the Green Bay Packers in the last 2 seasons. That's on average 5.5 per year. So even if you were to say, well, maybe he'll stay a little bit more healthy, which he hasn't really shown that he can do, even if it's 3 to 4 games per year.
Hey, I'm still confused on the math. If 11 games out of 3 seasons, isn't that divided by 3? How are you getting 5.5 per year?
I'm only doing the last 2 because he didn't miss any in the first season.
Got it.
I'm doing I should specify. My sample size is 24 and 25 because in 2023, Jordan Love played the whole season.
Man.
The last 2 seasons, 7 games in 24, In 4 games this year, Malik Willis has had to come in and play in some capacity, right?
Thank God Sean Clifford didn't have to play in 23.
Thank God. You never know what could be the case. So if you don't have a capable backup, those games are going to be lost. You're not going to be able to get there. And every single game and every single win matters, as we're seeing right now. The difference between 9 wins and, let's say, 11 wins, that's the division. You're talking about being able to, maybe if you can get more wins, having maybe a first-round bye or something like that. So just Jordan Love is the quarterback because he likes to razzle-dazzle. He likes to hold on the ball a little bit. He's not a natural runner of the football. He's going to get dinged up. He's going to get banged up. I would suspect whoever Jordan Love's backup is, he's going to be playing at this clip. He's going to be playing in 3 to 4 games per year. Maybe they're not necessarily full starts, but he's going to have to play a half, and he's going to have to get you a win. Ask Indianapolis. Ask Cincinnati.
Indianapolis is a very, very good point.
Ask them if they wish they had a capable backup.
What do they start, 7-1?
I believe they were 7-1, and they, for the longest time, they were the front runner to win the Super Bowl. They were far and beyond the best team, and it's all collapsed because they lost their quarterback, and they've been trying to fill it with Phillip Rivers, for goodness sake. Ask Cincinnati if they wish they had a capable backup, and ask San Francisco how thankful they are that they had a guy that they trust and believe in Mac Jones.
He was a starter. He wasn't horrible, but he wasn't great.
He played 6 games, and now they're playing for the number 1 seed.
He led them to a postseason berth as a starter, too. So I think it lends credence to what Brad's talking about, right? Like, if you have a guy that has some experience that can step in and win a couple games, you're going to be better off.
Yeah. So the long story short is, watch this game with a fine-tooth comb, with intention, Packer fans, because Clayton Tune, if he's going to be your backup of the future, you're likely going to see him in games in the future, and you're going to need him to be successful in those games if you think the Packers are going to situate themselves for a Super Bowl run.
Well, here's what I'll say.
Or they're going to have to do a different direction.
I'm into the... I agree with the premise, but I don't think it's that easy. Like, backup quarter... Like, they have a gem right now in Malik Willis.
Gem.
I don't think
he's
watching Clayton Tune in Week 18 against Max Brosner is you should watch Max Brosner. You should watch every backup as much as you're watching Clayton Tune, because I know he's on the Packers roster right now, but I don't know. They had to trade for Malik Willis, a 7th-round pick, to get him because he had credentials of somebody who could be a starting quarterback. This doesn't feel like the path the Packers would go unless they fall into Clayton Tune being a god.
Packers fans know he's gone, right? Malik Willis?
Yes.
I just want to make sure, because there is no way that the Packers are going to pay him what he is going to get paid elsewhere to stay and back up Jordan Love. Like, you can kiss your dreams of Malik Willis being a career backup in Green Bay goodbye. He's starting somewhere else next year for much more money than the Packers are going to pay.
It's a scary conversation, because if you look around the league, and even like when you talk about teams the Packers have played this year, they've ran into Joe Flacco twice. There's
almost lost twice.
That is true.
That's the thing about Clayton Tune, is he's been on the practice squad.
They did lose to Flacco.
Twice they almost lost. The Cincinnati game.
Yeah, Cincinnati came back half and half.
Again, yeah.
Clayton Tune has been on the practice squad the entire season, so he knows the Packers playbook. So this is a perfect... it's not necessarily an easy defense to go against in the Vikings, but this is a perfect opportunity to show that he deserves to be that. Because if you remember, the Packers traded for Malik Willis end of August in 2024. Literally 2.5 weeks later, he's starting without probably a true grasp for the playbook, and he won you 2 games.
Masterfully then, too. And now it's even more masterfully, because we've seen the downfield passes that you really didn't see in those 2 games against the Titans and the
Colts.
And it was 2 AFC Southers.
The long story short is, you got to have a good backup if you're the Green Bay Packers. Jordan Love's going to miss some time. He's going to get dinged up. So if you want to be a Super Bowl contender, you got to have a good backup. And Clayton Tune has the inside path for when Malik Willis inevitably goes to free agency.
Nerd man. How many quarterbacks are getting $20 million a year?
You're saying that's
a text from Mark on the Carlos Talking text line.
Are you saying that's a lot more? I would say that'd be a discount.
Yeah, I think there's probably more than you would expect. I can do some digging on that.
Well, I'd like average annual for quarterbacks.
Well, what did Geno Smith get? That would be my... Now, he started the
Raiders?
whole year.
Or no, he was traded, wasn't he?
No, he was free agency. They let him go to free agency. I know that Sam Darnold got like 33, but you're signing him anticipating that he's going to compete for the starting job.
Conversation on the Cardinals Talking text line now has led more credence to what you have said. Let's just do the same thing and trade Love, trade for Will Levis.
Oh, just recycle the same game plan.
Another Titan.
Titan.
Yeah.
Sign famous Jameis.
That I love.
That would be
that's
fun.
Just a good idea.
That would be media gold. That our jobs would be so much fun.
He's going to make so much more money in sports media after he retires than he ever did in his NFL career, and he was the number 1 overall pick.
Yeah. I mean, Gronk is Gronk, but I would rather listen to Jameis than Gronk any day of the week, even if he wasn't even analyzing football.
I would rather pay Jameis $250 million or whatever Brady got than Brady.
Yeah.
Like, Brady's boring as hell. Any network, I would give him a $250 tomorrow, and he should take it.
You can call up to, you want to replace Aikman?
No, I'm good with Troy. Troy's fine.
That's the duo. I'm just saying we are ESPN
I don't know why
Wisconsin.
people hate Buck and Aikman. Like they're
I think that has gone away.
Yeah,
I really do.
Like Packer fans felt some level of offense from
they were on
criticism.
Packers played on Fox all the time.
Yeah.
And
By the way,
naturally, if you hear the same commentators, you're going to feel a certain way.
Yeah.
Now that they've revitalized Monday Night Football on ESPN and it feels big and the games have been better, I think a lot of people have come around to them.
Yeah. Do you want your $20 million quarterbacks and below or above? What were you going for?
Well,
I was just.
Let's get to that quickly on the other side.
Okay.
I do want to save that because I am curious to see if what the market is for a Malik Willis.
For like not,
there's no hope the
starter,
Packers. There's no hope the Packers have him. Now I'm just genuinely curious about what the guy's looking for because he's been awesome. But what I do need to do is give away an Iron Jock hat right now. What do you say about that? New year, new goals, and that's why Iron Jock's here to help. Whether you're hitting the gym or heading to work, or like me, after the police department called my wife about not having shoveled sidewalks, I went out after the snow yesterday right away and took care of it in my Iron Jock long sleeve because then when you get put on all the layers and you get sweaty. I had the perfect first layer, and it was the Iron Jock long sleeve, and it keeps the odor out. So you can use promo code ESPN30. That's 30% off all Iron Jock gear on over $75 that you spend. So spend $75 or more, 30% off with Iron Jock. That's promo code ESPN30. Look good, smell great, and start the year strong with Iron Jock. Let's be caller number 15, 800-990-3776. To win an Iron Jock hat right now. Content director Brian D is going to hear your voice and give you caller 15 at 800-990-3776. Caller 15 to win an Iron Jock hat. 800-990-3776. Quarterbacks of $20 million or less. Next.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
Let them know the dread-headed brother loves the Green Bay Packers. When you see me, Goody, let me in the box.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Westbound 94, you are seeing some delays starting things off just west of 27th Street all the way to Mitchell Boulevard. Eastbound is slowing down from 84th Street just past 68th. We do have a broken down vehicle on eastbound at 94, right about at 68th Street off on the right shoulder as well. Other than that, a little bit of a backup southbound on 4394 coming out of the Marquette onto the high-rise bridge. And checking the TMJ 4 Storm Team forecast tonight. Clouds increasing with a low of 14 tomorrow. Mostly cloudy with a high of 25. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
The best source for every piece of NFL news you need to know.
I would just say that right now I think all options are on the table. I think that they went through that trade thing and they talked to teams, and it's not like those talks are shut down.
ESPN NFL insider Adam Schefter is on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy every Wednesday morning at 7:30. Sponsored by Island Resort and Casino, Tony Wendorf and Associates, and Smart 18 Union. On 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
This is Matt Meitner, owner of Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Do you find yourself talking to your dog but feel like she's not listening to you?
Bella, sit!
Are you constantly repeating yourself but she's not following your directions?
Sit! Sit!
Frustrating, isn't it? At Sit Means Sit Dog Training, we want to help you have a happy, confident, and obedient dog, and we also want to make the training process an enjoyable and worthwhile experience. Contact Sit Means Sit today to schedule a free consultation so we can create a customized training program so you are able to have the dog you want and deserve.
Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Sorry, we don't train husbands, wives, or kids.
Game days are here, and your car needs to look as ready as you do. Before you hit the stadium, surf to Tsunami Express Car Wash, the ultimate pregame stop to roll in clean and confident. Our state-of-the-art tunnels treat, clean, protect, and dry every car to perfection. With 7 Milwaukee area locations, including our newest in New Berlin, we are wherever you need us. Sign up online, and your first wash is absolutely free. That's a $25 value on the house. Claim your free wash today at TsunamiExpress.com. Tsunami Express Car Wash. Wash, chill, repeat.
Can you feel it? It's the thrill of witnessing a walk-off grand slam, a game-winning touchdown, a buzzer-beating 3. Yeah, you know the feeling. And there's only one place to experience that raw exhilaration. Potawatomi Sportsbook. Catch all the action in a supreme space with dozens of sports betting kiosks, cool drinks, luxe seating, great food, fiery atmosphere, and a monster video wall. Become a legend at Potawatomi Sportsbook. More info online. Must be 21 to enter casino.
Kick off the new year with a smarter home and bigger savings with Exterior Pros and Baths. New windows to lock in the warmth, durable roofing, eye-catching siding, or a stunning bath makeover. Start the year off right and get $3,000 off your project. That's right, $3,000 back in your pocket during our New Year savings event. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com today. This deal won't last all winter. Exterior Pros and Baths. New year, new home, done right.
This season, the Bucks are going for it all.
A game winner for the Greek Freak.
Go inside the team's pursuit of a championship on Locked In, the new season of the Behind the Bucks podcast, narrated by Bucks legend Marcus Johnson. Hear from the team stars on why they think they can make history. It's all on Behind the Bucks on the Bucks Plus audio network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the new ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
This is Kyle Brust Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Ben Brust, Brad Nortman, no Kyle Wallace, no Alex Strofe. Brian D is running the show. Is that non-licensed music?
Sure is. I'm a rule breaker back here.
Tell you what, Brian.
What the hell, man? Aren't we trying to monetize? Isn't that your job to make sure that, we're not getting
I don't
flagged?
even know this version of Brian D. I really don't. I know him as manager and KBN stay on the tracks. He's got this rule.
He's got the suit off and the vest on.
There's some irreverence that comes along with this job, and I'm trying to set a tone for the Alex Strofes and the Jesse Nelsons and the Joshies of the world.
Well, you're really doing a good job by playing music that you're telling him not to play. 800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talk and text line. Malik Willis has been masterful with the Green Bay Packers. And that led to the question of how much money could a Malik Willis get? And are there comps to what he could get? Brian, you did the quick research, so I'd actually love to tie a bow on this.
Yes. So $20 million quarterbacks. This is
and not to say that he can't get more, but we just want a baseline.
This was just a gut ballpark that I just came up with.
So there's actually a pretty clear line between $20 million a year and 33 plus on the upside, and then 14 and less on the downside. So $20 million a year. The quarterback, that's right there. 2 years, $40 million. Justin Fields.
Okay.
Which kind of
that is that's kind of the thought. I think
a borderline starter.
Yeah, I mean, who played in enough games so you could think maybe he's something. He runs for a lot of yards, never had the passing down, but if you're a team that needs a quarterback, you take a stab at that because is where he was drafted.
Just beneath him, 1 year, $14 million, a guy that Brad alluded to earlier in the show, Daniel Jones, right? And another retread guy that got an opportunity as a starter. Familiar with this guy just below him, 1 year, $13.65, Aaron Charles Rodgers.
Oh, wow. I forgot about
what a discount for him.
He cares about the team, remember?
Finally
he's
took
a team guy,
discount,
Brian.
Right? Yeah.
He did with the Jets, too.
Yeah, but with the Packers, what was that last contract he signed? Was it 4 for $200, 4 for $150? I think it was 4 for $150 was the deal he signed in 2021.
Yeah.
No way. 4 for $150?
I swear he signed it.
That'd be less than Daniel Jones.
Yeah. Let me Google this now.
Yeah, no, it had to have been higher than that. Jones was 4 for $160.
But let's see. I mean, back in 2021, though, that's a big cap difference.
2022. 3 years, $150 million.
3 years, $150. So it's
$50 million
Yeah.
year. And he's playing for 13 in Pittsburgh on a one-year
Team
deal.
guy. Team guy. So are there any others that you would compare Malik Willis to?
Well,
because the Justin Fields one's good.
And quick follow-up, from 20 to 33, 33 is Darnold and Geno, right? Like, so that's a big step up from
Correct.
20 to the 30s.
Which is basically saying you're going to start.
Yes.
If you pay somebody that much money, you're not bringing them into
You've been a starter, and you're going to start now.
Yeah, I think you're in the right range.
Yeah, and then, beneath him, the only other name that kind of pops out is Russell Wilson, who's playing on a $10.5 million deal. And again, these are like retread second, third contract guys, and this would be Malik's
I think the Fields 2 for 40 just about summarizes the opportunity that Malik Willis would have with a franchise.
It'll for sure be over 15, and I think 20 would be really, that'd be pretty fair for him if you think you're going to bring him in to compete to start, right? Or else you would just remain the best backup in the NFL to be on the Green Bay Packers. So I think that would be reasonable. I know the Green Bay Packers aren't paying him.
You mentioned a name, Brian, and I know you love Aaron Rodgers so much. Are you rooting for him? Because I know I sure as hell am. I want to see Aaron Rodgers play well. I really do. And since his birthday, he's played a lot better, except for that Browns game, those 3 games before the Browns game. He's been great.
Since his birthday, he's been great. Except for
he brought all of his wide receivers to his house on his birthday. He had to invite people over on his birthday to make sure he wasn't alone.
Other than that, how was the play, Mrs. Lincoln? Like, what are you talking about? He scored 6 points in Cleveland against the Browns.
Lincoln.
That's so good.
Okay, so you don't like Aaron Rodgers. I said you love him. Wow, you really did a 180 on me there. Didn't see that one coming.
This game is fascinating.
You hate Lamar and you hate Aaron.
No, throw out my biases because I do hate both of those guys.
Is there, real quick, is there a scenario where, because you're a big Buffalo Bills fan,
Yes.
right? So is there a scenario where the Bills go to Pittsburgh?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
I can't even imagine
it's actually
Brian
likely
D that week.
It's actually likely.
No way.
No, yeah, so I actually think this game is fascinating because for the obvious reasons, Aaron Rodgers, right? Like, this is a legacy game for him. If he can't win this game, and it is in Pittsburgh, if I'm not mistaken, it's a home game. So
that's correct.
They're home dogs.
Home dogs, yeah.
Home winning you're in division championship game for Aaron Rodgers against the division rival. This could be it, right? Like, if he loses, it's probably over for him. And he goes out as one-time Super Bowl champion, guy that could never really get it done in the big game after that. Like, that's the legacy.
Putting the legacy on the old man is crazy. The only thing I want to add to this, Brian, I would pay so much money to watch you watch Pittsburgh.
No, you wouldn't. You almost did this. So the last time... So let's get inside it.
I almost did
here.
it again, but I learned my lesson.
Let's get inside it here. I live right next door neighbors to Ben's dog sitter. Is that a right way to phrase it? The person that babysits Ben's dogs when Ben and his wife go out of town is my next door neighbor. So when the Bills were playing the Steelers last time around, I was obviously, as one does, sitting in my house watching the game.
But you had what? Your baby boy was...
My baby boy is currently 10 and a half weeks old. So he was, 5 or 6 weeks old at this point in time. He's a baby, right?
Like peanut.
Yeah, a little peanut. And I got winds like 2 days after the game that Ben wanted to creep up through my window because he had to pick up his dogs from the dog sitter.
And I always have to do a U-turn past your house to go to her house.
Correct. So he wanted to sneak up to my house and film me through my house window, peeping Tom style, watching a football game.
I want to see you watch a Bills game. You're crazy.
I asked to come over. I've got beer and snacks and
No,
stuff.
it's more fun if I do it this way.
I would be intrigued. I mean, this is similar level of watching Kyle Wallace, Alex Stroh. I mean, this is legit fandom.
Yeah.
And something about the Bills just love to break hearts.
So I'm actually going to the game this weekend in Buffalo. Which
Cool,
will be fun.
cool,
Are you really?
cool.
But yeah, it's an experience to watch with me for sure.
Is this last game at the Ralph?
Last game at the Ralph, for sure. That's why I'm going. Me and my brother.
It's a great stadium.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Great stadium.
Back to Rodgers. So I think this is a legacy game for him because I do think what we remember about him, if he loses this game at home again, is all-time great quarterback, first ballot Hall of Famer, Super Bowl champ, 4-time MVP, but crappy off the field guy and couldn't get it done at the end of his career, held on too long, right?
That's your bias, crappy off the field guy.
He is a crappy off the field guy. Like, that's not bias. That's a statement of fact.
I'll have to bring in Greg Scalzo, Aaron Rodgers' #1 supporter to support his guy Aaron.
Yeah, he's a what team is he a fan of?
But what I will say is
they got some crappy off the field guys right now too, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. All right. Now we're lashing out. Bills versus Patriots here. I was gonna say that if Rodgers beats the Ravens, he would have won a division title before Love on the Floor.
That is true. Ooh. That is true.
I would not have seen that coming.
That's what's riding on this game. It's a big game.
I will say the manner by which, if he loses, how he plays and how he reacts, that is also a little bit because like if he stinks and he's yelling at his receivers, and it's just
this is why it's so good, because I said I'm rooting for him, but at the same time, part of me loves watching whiny Aaron.
Yeah,
right. Like I think of like 2022 Aaron pointing fingers,
stay on the
tablet
red line.
slams, receivers running wrong routes, like tantrum Aaron. I don't want in between. I don't want mid Rodgers, right? I want awesome Aaron, or I want whiny throw tablet Aaron.
Yes.
That's what I need on Sunday night from Aaron Rodgers.
Culminating in him and Tomlin getting nose to nose and arguing. Now that would be cinema.
That's the other thing that's riding on the game here. Like, throw Rodgers out. Now, I would love to hear from fans on this, and we'll put it up, KBN, ESPN. What you want to see? Do you want to see Rodgers succeed or crash out? Because I think you'd get equal responses. But Tomlin could get fired because of this game. John Harbaugh could get fired because of this game. Like, this is the game of the weekend, and Aaron Rodgers is right at the center of it.
Sunday Night Football. Be ready for the old not gunslinger, the efficient,
Speaking of crappy off the field guys.
That one I can get behind easy. We'll do Green Bay props and preview presented by Sit Mean Sit next, because there is a game happening for the Green Bay Packers. Clayton Tune props next.
This is Kyle Brust Nortman.
Dick Van Dyke, real quick on the cha-cha slide ACL, says she was carried out by all 5 of us. 5 people?
That's a big girl. Big girl. Yeah, that's a big girl who did cha-cha.
Stop it, Kyle.
What you mean? 5 of them had to carry out a big girl. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Northbound on 94, right about at the collector ramp at Layton. We do have a crash. It's off on the right shoulder. Folks are getting past it without too much of an issue. Where we are seeing some delays is westbound 94, just west of 27th Street, all the way past Mitchell Boulevard. Eastbound is slowing down from 84th Street all the way to about 68th. The rest of the system still looking pretty good. Traffic is brought to you by Tsunami Express Car Wash. Tsunami Express Car Wash is now open at 10928 West Oklahoma Avenue. Wash, chill, repeat. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, clouds increase, a low of 14. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, a high of 25. This holiday season, escape the hustle and bustle at Lake Lawn Resort. From spa days to holiday events, it's where the spirit of the season comes to life. Book your getaway today at lakelawnresort.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
When a trophy is raised, it can feel like the season's over, but on the ESPN app, it never really is. Because with more than 47,000 live events, plus originals, highlights, and coverage from every corner of the sports world, there's always something to dive into. No off-season, just everything a fan needs to keep going. Always in season, get all of ESPN all in one place. Download the ESPN app on your TV or phone today.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
According to American writer H.L. Mencken, a well-stocked bar can create over 17 billion different cocktails. Hi, this is Marie from Discount Liquor. I don't know if 17 billion is accurate or not, but I do know that Discount Liquor is the place to find everything you need to be well-stocked for any occasion. Discount Liquor is Wisconsin's home to over 2,000 varieties of beer, 3,500 types of liquor, and over 8,000 wines. Our unparalleled selection is rivaled only by our incredible savings and everyday low prices. And we know how to take care of our customers, no matter the occasion. In fact, Discount Liquor has won numerous national and local awards. Visit Discount Liquor at our Milwaukee or Waukesha locations. Family owned and operated since 1960.
The only thing that tops our selection
in Milwaukee on 51st in Oklahoma, and in downtown Waukesha on Main and Barstow. Check out our specials at discountliquorinc.com.
Whether you're hitting the road for the holidays or heading up north to see family and friends, make Higher Love Cannabis Company in Menominee, Michigan your first stop. Just across the Wisconsin border, Higher Love offers award-winning, organically grown products that you can trust, plus new incense, apparel, and holiday-ready gifts. Fuel your trip, stock up for the season, and don't forget to grab a photo with Sasquatch while you're here. Your perfect holiday stop is waiting at findhigherlove.com/CBD.
My husband's an animal in bed.
Well, you know.
Not in the fun way. Think warthog. With a chainsaw.
Snoring and sleep apnea affect over 90 million people, and 1 out of 4 couples sleep in separate rooms. Advent can help. We've been Milwaukee's one-stop solution for nasal congestion, snoring, and sleep apnea for over 20 years. Unlike many other practices, we focus exclusively on these conditions, so you get comprehensive care under one roof. Advent's unique approach can help you breathe and sleep better, and many avoid a CPAP. Plus, most insurance is accepted for our effective 20-minute in-office treatments.
Hey, the only animal you want in your bed is your dog.
Advent. Sleep better. Sleep together. Learn how you can improve your life at adventknows.com.
The Green Bay Props and Preview, presented by Sit Mean Sit Dog Training in Waukesha. Schedule your free consultation today. Visit sitmeansitwaukesha.com. You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Ben Brust, Brad Nortman, Brian D. running the show. UKVN Nation 800-990-3776. YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. And you will be enjoying a brand new Screamin' Sicilian break screen. That is awesome. We'll be right back. Perfection takes a minute to bake with a cool graphic. And I will be giving away some frozen pizza Friday here, as we always do. But right now it's time for Green Bay Props and Preview, presented by Sit Me and Sit.
I'm going to ask you to place a little wager for me.
Here comes Parsons and he gets home. Goes to the end zone. It is a one-handed grab by Matthew Golden. Intercepted, taken away by Xavier McKinney.
This is the Green Bay Props and Preview.
Ooh, that's my dog.
And Dog of the Game. Presented by Sit Mean Sit Dog Training in Waukesha. Schedule your free consultation today. Visit sitmeansitwaukesha.com.
All right, Brian, what do we got for Packers Vikings, which I didn't see any player props, so you might have to make some of these up.
Yeah, if you're betting on this game at Potawatomi Sportsbook, God bless you.
Good luck.
Good luck. You should.
Good luck.
Good luck. First one here. Potawatomi Sportsbook has this line currently at Vikings -7.5.
It's up to 7.5? It was 5.5.
I actually saw 8 at some other places, but Potawatomi, what we care about, 7.5. Your thoughts?
I still think you'd take the... No, never mind. It's Clayton Tune against Brian Flores. Brad had his whole thing about Jordan Love's backup is going to be important. Watch Clayton Tune. If you saw Jared Goff against Brian Flores, 5 turnovers, 3 for fumbles, 2 for interceptions. I'm scared for Clayton Tune. What a horrible spot.
Yeah, I mean, Clayton Tune's basically, trying to figure out if he wants to be a doctor and he's going to walk into AP chemistry. Like, this is a problem for a guy who's trying to, he's only thrown 1 pass and it was a pick, right?
Yeah, he threw 2. He had an 8-yard completion and then a pick off of Bo Melton's face mask.
When we talk to Brian Balaga, talk about the Brian Flores defense, it is next level. It is hard to read. It's hard to figure out. So, unfortunately, his little audition to be the backup will not go well. I got the Vikings. One team is trying to figure out how can we not win. The other team just wants to go out feeling pretty good about the season. So, give me that team by a lot.
I probably won't do this, but if you're going to bet the game, I would tease the Vikings down. If you know what a teaser is. If you don't, hit me at Ben Brust, I'll tell you.
I would be curious what and maybe you're going to get there, with the over-under of this game, because it's got to bang.
I think it was
under.
36. 36
Something low, yeah. You're going to see a lot of wonky stuff in Week 18. People resting, guys.
Brad nailed it. I do think Clayton Tune is going to be one of those guys that's on LinkedIn in like 3 years. And we're going to be like, remember him?
Brian Flores did it to him.
He did. Next one here, and there weren't individual props for Clayton Tune, so I made this one up. Over under 135 and a half passing yards.
Oh, over. I thought you might go like 171.5.
Okay.
Dude, come
That's
on.
a lot.
In a 4-quarter game.
Was that like 30 yards a quarter, 40 yards a quarter?
Yeah.
Doesn't this feel like an Emmanuel Wilson game? Just hand the rock off and let's kneel this one out to the postseason.
I would just have to believe.
But isn't there like a team emphasis here to win? Like, even though they're not sitting the starters, don't they need the momentum?
I mean, it'll kind of feel like a preseason game where you're like going out, like the starters will be on the sideline rooting. Come on, Clayton Tune. Come on, Emmanuel Wilson. Very strange vibes when that happens.
Question. Did you ever get nervous, or did the punter always play no matter what?
For what?
Like, they didn't sit the punter. Never mind.
No backup punters. Always going out there. My punts were evaluated all the same, so I was always dialed in. But it is weird though. I think I only had one game when the Panthers were 15-1, where you went into it and you're like, we know this, like it's already locked up. And it is a bizarre feel. It's a bizarre week. I mean, it really is. You've gone from like white knuckle, all this is important, every play
all right,
matters.
go to the training room a little bit earlier. Like get your nicks and bumps fixed up.
And to go into that last week where you downshift, that's why I think it can be weird, because you downshift to clearly a lack of importance of a game coming up here. So I don't know. Give me the over. That's all to be said.
Over.
Give me the over.
Big Tune guy.
Okay, last one here, and this is more big picture, not for this game, but somebody involved in this game. Trayvon Diggs, newest Green Bay Packer. Interception by the end of the season, whenever the season ends, yes or no?
No. They
Doesn't he have a perfect passer rating against him?
He does.
He's targeted.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
So does probably Keyshawn Nixon, though.
again, Brian
Mr.
bringing out
PBU.
biases on the air today. What I will say is, if they had, and I'm not saying this is their friends, if they had Micah, if they had a pass rush, he is an opportunistic guy, but since they don't, there's more time for him to be cooked.
Did you see that Trayvon's going to be staying at Micah's house in Green Bay? And he even said he could have one of my cars. Now, I don't know if that means borrow one of my cars or have one of my cars.
Like, if he wants to roam around Green Bay, I guess here's a car. I was going to say, go take in the sights.
The Pancake House, right? Or whatever. What else are you doing in Green Bay? I don't know. Go to the Resch Center, catch a concert.
Oh, man.
Doug Gottlieb's got a good show going on
go
there.
see the Phoenix, sure.
The only reason Diggs is on the roster because it's Micah's buddy and you need anyone with a heartbeat.
What about your dog? I'm struggling with this one. We forfeit the dog of the game.
My dog, Kingsley Enigbare. I think that, no Micah. Rashawn Gary clearly is going to stay MIA. I think Enigbare knows that there's maybe going to be an opening spot with Rashawn Gary out of the way. Why don't you go?
Rashawn Gary needs to play his punishment.
He was going to play, and he's going to play like he has these last several weeks with no impact on the game. But I think Enigbare, actually a good pass rusher. I think he sees a potential true starting role, and get paid like a starter on the horizon, and might as well get that action against Max Brosmer.
Rashawn Gary playing his punishment is so good. He's like out there running suicides because he hasn't had a sack in 15 weeks.
You did not earn the rest.
Yeah,
No,
he's
you
gonna be padding stats against the Vikings in a meaningless game.
We're going to increase your rep load this game.
Hey, he's having a great year.
Yeah, actually, he did. He himself did say that.
Sources close to Rashawn Gary, say he's having a great year.
Whoever his support system is lying to him. Feeding him those lies. Man, I'm struggling. I'm going deep here. Is it the Carrington Valentine dog of the game because you can't have a worse game than getting stiff-armed to the moon by Derrick Henry?
Yeah, it'd be the Carrington Valentine resurrection game.
That's Stroph's guy.
Yeah, it is Stroph's guy. I'll go with CV. This is going to be so interesting to watch. There is Green Bay Props and Preview presented by Sit Means Sit. And as I mentioned, we're going to give away frozen pizza Friday. Kick off the new year through the 7th at Metcalf's. They have Connie's Pizza for $5.99. Stock up on that pizzeria flavor without the pizzeria prices. But I love that it's Frozen Pizza Friday at the Brust household to start the new year off right. Picking up the daughter from daycare. We're in one car
You're
right
listening
now.
to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Gotta give away some pizza, Brian.
On me.
Quick trigger.
I am not the dog of the game.
And so when we pick her up, we're going right to the grocery store, getting some Screaming Sicilian, popping in that oven right away at 425, 450, put it in, put the timer. Like, we have the system now for Frozen Pizza Friday. 2 different pizzas, one for my daughter, one for us. I usually eat the leftover from the daughter, but this could be your Friday on Frozen Pizza Friday. Let's go caller number 10, 800-990-3776. Caller 10 to win Screaming Sicilian Frozen Pizza Friday, 800-990-3776. Caller 10, 800-990-ESPN. I can't believe it, but I'm going to make myself talk Badgers because there's actually something going on. Next.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
You said, "Oh, I'm really down in the dumps. Nobody gave me a compliment on my new sweater." So yeah, we're gassing you up, handsome. You go, King.
Look at that.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. It doesn't matter if it's your first betting slip ever or just the first one of the week. We've got your Potawatomi sportsbook picks covered. Tune in Wednesdays to the Weekly Wager with Josh DiMaggio and Ben Brust.
Breezy Ben Brust. Just whichever way the wind's blowing. I have bad posture. I don't have a great backbone, Joshy.
The Weekly Wager, Wednesday nights at 6, right here on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's game night, so for Events by Design. Events like appreciation parties and retreats can go a long way towards boosting morale and retaining top talent. Events by Design is your go-to creative partner for employee events that truly make an impact. They help leaders retain top talent by making their people feel seen, valued, and celebrated. The creative team at Events by Design does all the planning and production, making sure things not only look great, but also work. Make a smart investment in your culture today. Search online, Events by Design. They design, you party.
An ESPN Radio Extra Point with Gabe Neitzel.
If this was Michigan 15 years ago, 20 years ago, before the NIL and transfer portal era, I would say they would have some work to do in repairing the trust and making sure that you can go out and get those recruits, that the recruits are going to trust the university and do all those things. Now it just seems like as long as you're spending the money, you're going to be competitive.
Yeah.
And I don't think the boosters are going anywhere. They've loved Michigan football for a very long time. So as long as you have the money continuing to flow into the program, I feel like hiring Kyle Whittingham is a great hire for the University of Michigan because he's still going to have the support. He's gone out, shown that he can be a highly effective coach. Heck, in the BCS era, he led Utah to an undefeated season. But he has shown that he can be a highly successful coach. And if he gets the support that most coaches do at Michigan, I think he's going to be fine.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Man, I love seeing the old gang at these reunions. Did you see Brian? He's in better shape than he was 25 years ago. How is that even possible?
Yep, I ran into him a few weeks ago and had to ask. He told me he started taking Nugenix Total T2.
The testosterone booster?
Yeah, but it's way more than that now. It also skyrockets your nitric oxide in as little as 3 hours. I started taking it right away and I'm already seeing results.
I was wondering what you were doing. You seriously crushed me in that pickup game last week.
Yep, after 40, energy, strength, drive, it all starts going downhill. But with T2, I feel like my old self again. Stronger, leaner, and my energy is way up. My wife even noticed a difference. They're giving out complimentary bottles right now. Just send them a text.
Text CAR to 321-321 for your complimentary bottle of new Nugenix Total T2. Text now and you'll also get a free bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our most powerful fat incinerator. That's CAR to 321-321.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. Product not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
There's nothing like Milwaukee Bucks basketball at Fiserv Forum. The dunks, the defense, the roar of 17,000 fans. It's even better when you're with friends or family. From jaw-dropping plays to buzzer-beating threes, every game is packed with unforgettable moments that you'll get to share together. So gather your crew and get your single game tickets today at bucks.com/single. That's bucks.com/single.
Hey, it's your friend John McGivern. In a world full of chaos, I'm grateful for a health plan that has my back. Network Health is so reliable and trustworthy, they always put me and over 126,000 members first. It's just what they do and what they've always done for over 41 years. Call 833-7-NETWORK today. HMO and POS plans underwritten by Network Health Plan. Compensation has been provided for using this endorsement of Network Health.
This is Kyle Brust Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
So, the transfer portal's open, and what I've learned from Homer, who follows us on 94.5 ESPN in the Homer Hour, is when we had Ted Kellner, a very, very, very important individual to the success of Wisconsin athletics and, you know, sort of what you need to get players in terms of helping with the monies. Homer is saying, hold all thoughts until we see what they do now that we're spending, that they're going to spend money, right? Now, there's a couple schools of thought here. That's great. You can spend money, but you still basically have to rebuild a whole roster in year 4 with coaches you may not believe in, with an identity that we don't know. But this is the test right here, right? So I opened up Twitter, and this one dude is making a living. I don't know how he got this gig or how he got to it, but he's crushing it, where he gets all of the announcements for everyone's portal. Miami, Ohio. Now, we hear Mac School, we get scared.
Red Hawks.
Khalil Mack was a Mac School guy, so think about that. I'm not saying this guy's Khalil Mack. Adam Trick is an edge rusher, and he's interested in 4 schools. He is one of the top edge rushers in the portal. 59 tackles, 8.5 sacks, 3 forced fumbles, and an INT last year in 2025. He is set to visit Texas Tech, who we saw in the college football playoff, and they spend a lot of money.
A lot of money.
Florida. Tennessee. And Wisconsin.
Okay.
So
at least you're in the running.
We're in the game. In the game.
To be in the game. But in year 4 of Fickle, in order for them to win, they need to get him and others, right?
Many others.
So this is the test, right? You're in the ballpark, and if you're in the ballpark with the same amount of money as to any of these 3 schools, nobody in their right mind would go to Wisconsin. Texas Tech was in the college football playoff. If Wisconsin and Texas Tech are equal in money, where would you go? Take your bias out.
I mean,
Tennessee's pretty dope.
And Florida has won national championships.
I was just going Texas Tech, Wisconsin for, like, if they were the top two in money.
Sure.
Yeah.
Where are you going? The team that was just in the college football playoff that we watched yesterday, or 2 days ago?
I'll say this too.
Or the team that lost to Maryland to start their Big Ten play.
I still say this too. Cue the nerd man. Texas, Tennessee, and Florida, no state income tax.
Nerd man.
Oh,
so
wow.
there you go.
If he's got a good financial advisor, then they're thinking about that.
That's not nerdy. That's just smart.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about you probably need an extra 7 to 10% on top of their.
Well, because you guys had to do taxes in the NFL based off where you played.
Yeah.
So you were hoping that your home games were obviously good, and then
so playing in Florida,
we play the Texans and the Cowboys.
If you play the Texans and the Titans and you play the Miami Dolphins, you're like, oh boy, my game check's a little bit bigger this week.
Did that factor in to your free agent decision?
You know, it did a little bit.
Of course, for Brad.
So the Jags offer was better than Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
But even if we were trying to like massage Carolina's, you're like, well, they're already apart. And then Jacksonville's is like 10% better already because of state income tax.
Wow.
And it's a net tax decision.
So when I tell you the portal's open and I tell Brad Nortman, the former Badger punter, what do you think, Brad?
Ben, I want to get excited, but I can't. How can I? How can I when we're in year 4 and we have no proof of concept, right? We have not only do you have to get some marquee guys like this guy Adam Trick, great edge rusher name too, right?
Great name.
Adam Trick. Wow, that's a great name.
Not a one-trick pony.
Not a one-trick. Very
Trick
nice
Daddy.
You need to basically fill a whole roster because most of your starters from last year have moved on via portal or going to the NFL. Yes, you have Posa and Catalano. That's a good start. You can tell that they made probably a big effort to pay those guys, but you need to get probably legitimately 15 starters in the portal. 15 if you're going to be an 8, 9, 10 win football team. And I just don't see them doing that. I don't see them being able to compete with Texas Tech and Florida.
Because this is a guy that you need after the 3 years you've had.
Yeah.
To be like, hey, look, I deserve to keep coaching here.
You need this guy. You need a running back. You need a wide receiver. You need a quarterback. You need a whole offensive line. And basically, here's the problem. What should be happening now is the Badgers are getting 8, 9, 10 wins, and you bring a guy like Adam Trick in, maybe you target like 5 guys. I mean, Adam Trick, why don't you come to Wisconsin? Because we're already in year 4 and we're knocking on the door of the playoff. The problem is you're not knocking on the door. You basically have ripped it back down to the studs, and you need to recreate a whole team. That's a lot, no matter how much money you have in your portal.
That's the thing is like, what's the sales pitch? I want to know what their sales pitch is beyond the money.
You know where they should look for 15 starters? And Brad Nortman tipped me off to this. There's these entities all over the state, these little, farming grounds all over Wisconsin that I think they call them high schools. And if you go there and you talk to the coaches and then you talk to the kids and you build this state pride of wearing that Motion W on the side of your helmet.
Has this ever been done before?
I don't know. It's a crazy idea, but I think maybe they could find those 15 starters.
Okay, they won't.
Crazy.
I think I get what you're getting at. They wouldn't find 15 starters that would make them good, because what should be those 15 starters to help make them good should already have been in the process, and now they're hiring right now to bridge that gap when everything is reactive for this program. It is not proactive. Even the spending money right now is being reactive to the situation they're in. So there's the update that I have there.
Well, it'll be Adam Trick. Who knew Adam Trick would be the indicator for Badger fans for the portal? Adam Trick.
Adam Trick, edge rusher out of Miami, Ohio. Save us, Obi. He's our Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah.
Your only hope, Adam Trick.
Yeah.
Can he play?
How does that feel? How does that feel?
Bad. It feels bad.
Like, I want to know, are you mad or like sad or acceptance?
I'm resigned to poor football. I am. Like, I never thought I'd be to the point where it's like, you know what? I watched the college football games over the course of the weekend. My takeaway is Wisconsin is so far from this. They are so far from Indiana. They're so far from Oregon. Just to go out there, to do what it takes to get to that moment and then compete against these teams, they are so far. Now, my one hope is all 4 remaining teams, all 4 of them had transfer quarterbacks. They're all transferred in. So maybe, just maybe, Obi-Wan Kenobi, a transfer quarterback could be our only hope.
Yeah, okay, we'll see. Coming up next in Madison for your new year is Jim, Matt, and Molly. I believe no Matt Hamilton. And, of course, you have the Dam Sports Show in Beaver Dam. We roll on 94.5 ESPN, YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee, and, of course, you have the ESPN Wisconsin app because you can listen anywhere with that. Kyle, Brust Nortman with Ben Brust, Brad Nortman, and Brian D. We're with you till 5 o'clock in 2 minutes.
Northbound 94 at the collector ramp at Layton Avenue. We do still have the right lane blocked, the right shoulder blocked with a crash. And then westbound 94, just west of Moreland Road, we have a crash on the left shoulder. And then a little bit closer to Brookfield Road, the 2 right lanes are blocked with some debris in the roadway. All that is going to be slow, basically from Moreland Road, pretty much all the way to Barker. On the eastbound side, we do have delays from 84th Street to just before you get to Hawley Road. It starts to open up. You're good to go into the Marquette there. Also, westbound 94 is a bit tight from just before 35th Street to Mitchell Boulevard. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, clouds increasing with a low of 14. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, a high of 25. Weather's brought to you by Big Frog Custom T-shirts and more easy and affordable apparel personalization with no minimums and fast turnaround. For all your printing needs, bigfrog.com/Mequon. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
According to American writer H.L. Mencken, a well-stocked bar can create over 17 billion different cocktails. Hi, this is Marie from Discount Liquor. I don't know if 17 billion is accurate or not, but I do know that Discount Liquor is the place to find everything you need to be well stocked for any occasion. Discount Liquor is Wisconsin's home to over 2,000 varieties of beer, 3,500 types of liquor, and over 8,000 wines. Our unparalleled selection is rivaled only by our incredible savings and everyday low prices. And we know how to take care of our customers, no matter the occasion. In fact, Discount Liquor has won numerous national and local awards. Visit Discount Liquor at our Milwaukee or Waukesha locations. Family owned and operated since 1960.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings. Discount Liquor.
In Milwaukee on 51st in Oklahoma, and in downtown Waukesha on Main and Barstow. Check out our specials at discountliquorinc.com.
This is Brian Balaga. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN.
94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle Brust Nortman, KBN on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and streaming live at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube. The 414 Hour on KBN is brought to you by Siding Unlimited. Siding Unlimited is Wisconsin's leader in Pella window installation. Looking for new windows, siding, roof, and doors? Visit them at sidingunlimited.com.
It's the 414 Hour at 4 on KBN.
This is Kyle Brust Nortman on 94.5 ESPN. I am not Ben Brust. That is Brad Nortman. Ben just left.
Yeah.
And we don't know why.
Well, we don't know what the context of the segment is. He said he has a prop. We don't know what the prop is. As a co-host and as the producer of the show and the content manager, does it bring you comfort knowing that we're in for about 15 minutes of unknown Ben Brust-led segment time?
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
No chance.
And this is the kind of thing where literally I'm about to say 414 Hour at 4. And he just bolts out of his chair and he goes up there.
So here's what we know, and this is God's honest truth behind the scenes. We do an hour of show prep every day, right? We sit together, we talk about the show and what we want it to be. Ben just said, I've got something for 4 o'clock, and there's props. And that was it. We don't have any other.
And he gives
anything else.
A classic Ben Brust grin as he's writing it down on his sheet. Like, I got it. I got this.
So
that's all we know.
I am out of breath, though.
We welcome back to the show.
You hustled. You were on the hop.
Holy cow. So what would you do if you were me at this point? What date did I get married? August 22nd, 2025. We are now into the new year, so that's basically 4.5 months.
You got to get back to the Princeton Club.
It is pretty low on breath.
Whew. I have in my hand a stack of thank you notes that are not addressed and that are not stamped. I finally finished writing them, but the problem is I wrote some about a month ago. And I don't know if they're timely or what they say, because the ones I wrote after Christmas were like, thanks for coming to the wedding. We appreciate the generous gift. You know, have a great Christmas and New Year.
Sure.
Well, and
you're gonna get it on MLK Day.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so I think I have one for Brian.
Hey, thanks.
And so I actually want you to open it on the air.
Okay.
To see if you were like a month ago or like
you want me to
5
come get it?
I gotta find it.
Okay. I will say this is classic Ben Brust because we gave him a gift early from his registry before the wedding, so Ben was fairly prompt in his thank you message to us.
family.
Oh, wonderful.
And it of course, Ben needs to add a little bit of flavor to it. In my thank you note, said, Brad and Lexi, thank you for the fill in the blank. This is the present. I hope this gets to the estate. Ben Brust. That's what it said. Thanks for the present. I hope this finds its way to the estate. It's just like,
that was it?
What?
Was that good?
Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was a little bit of personal flavor. It goes back.
And so
I
that's the thing.
Appreciated it.
That's the thing.
But
Is I've added personal flavor to every one that I've wrote, but one of them that I know is Evan Cohen.
Yeah.
You can hear him on Wilde and Tausch, 9:30s on Tuesdays, every morning on ESPN Radio, ESPN Wisconsin, Unsportsmanlike. I wrote his a month and a half ago.
Well, now this will be interesting because he was late to the wedding. Did you throw a little sass in there?
No, but he is somebody that if you have him join Kyle Brust Nortman, he will send a thank you note so fast. Before you even think about it. So now I'm panicking. Do I even send him one at all?
Yeah.
Because he's just going to judge me.
Better late than never.
Yeah, you have to. You have to take it. He's going to judge you, but you have to take it.
Do I have to open his up and rewrite his because I wrote it a month and a half ago?
It's a good bit. He'll appreciate that you wrote it 6 months ago and it just got here.
I don't know.
He will.
Why? So let's open yours and see what it says.
Do you want to read it or do you want me to
run it over?
Okay, Ben's going to run it over to me.
I'm wondering why, and Ben can't hear me right now because he's going between rooms. Why didn't he write it out and you stamp it and you put it in the mail right away? Like, that's the thing. Like, why write it out a stack of them just to sit there? But Ben, why didn't you just put these in the mail right away?
Because I focused on writing them, and I forgot I have to address them and stamp them.
Yeah, what's crazy Ben on this, by the way, here's the thank you note. My address isn't on here, so I'm showing the YouTube
Well,
screen.
For some of you guys, I was going to just give you an
Dump them in the mailbox while you're
if I work with
Tom
you.
through my window.
What's crazy is you guys...
That sounds horrible without context.
You guys sent out Christmas cards before you sent out thank you notes.
Yes, I forgot about that.
That is crazy. That happened 4.5 months ago. Then you have all this time to do Christmas cards, which was lovely, by the way. Thank you.
Was a good card.
That's the point. So, is this baloney or not?
Thank you notes?
No. Did you guys have to do 50-50? Whoever you invited, you had to write, like, whoever's like, like splitting them up?
No. We just went and knocked them all out, and we sat at a coffee shop for like what felt like 3 days, and just my hand almost fell off. It was terrible.
Yeah, I mean, we tried to... I probably did 35 to her 65, but my 35 were all like my world. Yeah.
Also, stamps suck. And I know I'm going Jim Rutledge here, but like going to the post office and getting stamps, it's just like an extra chore that you don't want to do.
Gosh, that makes me feel so worse that you guys did get a Christmas card.
That's lovely. There's really no good excuse.
There was a photo from your wedding on the card.
Oh, God.
You should have just wrote on the Christmas cards, thanks for the gift. If we didn't already, thank you. There you go.
What does it say, Brian?
Do I have to say thank you because you gave me a thank you? Like, are we going to get into a thank you off?
No, you don't have to say anything.
Okay. I'm opening the card. Here it goes.
I think yours is recent. I don't know, though.
I'm dying to know the personal flavor.
Brian Ann's Redacted. It's my wife's name. Thank you both for celebrating our big day with us! ! Thank you for the generous gift and look forward to watching your family and little one grow this year. Love, Ben, Redacted and Redacted. That was nice.
That is nice.
That's
It's
nice.
beautiful.
Nice card.
You're lucky you sent it now.
There's something scribbled out.
Are you supposed to redo them if you scribble?
What did you scribble out?
Read the part where it's scribbled.
It says, thank you for the generous gift and look forward to watching your family, scribble, and little one grow this year.
Because I was going to say watching your family grow, but you already had a kid.
Yeah, that's a good
so
that's fair.
It still sounds weird, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You're lucky you sent that now because Brian's son won't be little forever. I mean, you could fast forward several months. He's not really a little one anymore.
He's 10 weeks old.
Yeah.
He's gonna be 2 by the time you get the thank you note.
Can I ask a question to you who has a little one that's older than 10 weeks old?
Yeah.
When do I stop doing weeks?
Good question.
3 months.
Brad, I think you can probably.
I think after 3 months.
Will
3
is
months. Okay.
3.5 months. Yeah, at this point, it's a lot of weeks now. It's like 17, 18 weeks.
You did 3.5 months.
Yeah.
You didn't do the weeks after 3 months.
Well, and I wonder how long until the half drops out. Like until you go, maybe is it at 6 months? Maybe it's like, you don't say 6.5 months anymore.
Well, I've been made fun of for doing the half, even at like.
For how long?
Or like, shoot, I was doing like after she was 1, like 19 months.
No.
That's insane.
That's a lot of math in your head.
Yeah, because then you got to start doing math and going, wait, how old is she?
She's 23 months right now.
That's a crazy.
She turns 2. She turns 2 this month.
She's 2. She's almost 2. Yeah,
almost
that's the way.
Almost 2.
Almost 2.
But she's 23 months.
That's an absurd thing to say.
So I just at this point address them, stamp them, and ship them out, even if they're out of date.
Just wash your hands of it, man.
The problem is you don't even know which ones are out of date. You could open one up and it's totally good to go, and then you got to readdress it, and you're even further along the getting them out there.
I'm sweating right
with
now.
With all due respect, you know what I'm going to do with this?
Throw it away.
Of course.
How long do you hold on to a thank you note before you toss it?
I toss it right away.
5 minutes?
Yeah.
I think we hold on. We hold on to it. I think we like kind of fold it up, put it on the counter for like a day.
Why?
You put effort into it. I can't bring it myself to actually just throw it in the trash the minute I open it up.
I want you to the next thank you note that you're going to throw away. Like, because sometimes you get a note that you want to keep. Like, you know what notes those are. Those are like a birthday maybe from a parent or a grandparent or something that's written out, and they say something thoughtful. If you get something that is a thank you note, I need you to throw it away right away.
How much time do I get?
5 minutes.
Come on.
What's the difference between
days?
What's the difference between 5 minutes and 2 days?
I feel like
they don't know that you're holding it for 2 days.
But it's a greater acknowledgement of your effort.
They don't know you're acknowledging it.
But I feel better.
I think
we had your thank you note up for legitimately.
Ryan, have you seen the movie Along Came Polly?
Absolutely.
You know when Reuben Pfeffer, the main character, he's very like anal retentive, like organized OCD. He makes his bed with 15 throw pillows.
Yeah.
And then his girlfriend, who's very different than him, makes him stick a knife in the throw pillow to break it. He then is like, yeah, I need to just like relax a little bit.
Unchained.
I think once you throw away the first thank you note, you'll be happy that you have less clutter in the estate.
There's no part of you that feels a little dirty though? A little bit, He's not
going to know.
Exactly. He could have done it in my face and I wouldn't have cared. As long as you tell your wife that we sent one.
Yeah, I will. I'll play her this clip.
Are you going to bring that home or are you going to throw that away here?
No, I'll bring it home. My wife will like to see this.
Okay. And then you'll throw it away.
Yeah. My wife and Ben's wife are good buddies, so she'll appreciate the effort that went in.
The effort made.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to do my best. No promises. I'll probably open it up. You open it up and you look at it, and you read through it, and I'll probably have like my hand over the garbage.
You got to do it.
Look at it. Just look at it. And the question is, will I release that grip?
When have I led you wrong?
What?
When have I led you wrong? Parenting advice. I got you the itch of sports gambling that you like.
Yeah. I mean, as much as I'd like to say, you're batting pretty good with advice. That might shock everyone out there, but you're batting pretty good in the Nortman estate with the good advice.
I'm a Hall of Famer right now.
You
on
are
my
a Hall of Famer.
percentage.
You're well over the 400%. Well over.
We're gonna do the Wheel of D. Brian D is the producer today. So instead of the Wheel of Strofe, which you probably don't know what it is.
Of Strofe!
We're going to do the Wheel of Brian D coming up next on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. I'm going to write these addresses.
By the way, really apropos, two-break liner here. Here it is. Kyle, Brust, and Nortman rolls on next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
We were going to extend more invites, but I just jumped the gun for some reason at the meeting because I thought I was being like funny and personable, and I just don't know how to read the room. I was like, oh, this guy who doesn't know me is going to think it's hilarious that I'm with Josh, and I'm saying, hey, Josh, you didn't get the first round invite. Suck it.
In what world would that person find that funny, though?
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Westbound 94, right about at Barker Road, we do have the two right lanes blocked with some debris. And that's backing things up all the way past Moreland Road. As a matter of fact, right around just about at Brookfield Road, we do have a crash off on the left shoulder. So that's something to keep in mind as well. We do have westbound 94 also tightening up right through the stadium interchange to about Mitchell Boulevard. And then on 94 heading northbound right at the collector ramp at Layton Avenue, we do have another crash off on the right shoulder. And checking the TMJ4 storm team forecast tonight, clouds increasing with a low of 14. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, a high of 25. Weather is brought to you by Big Frog Custom T-shirts and more. Easy and affordable apparel personalization with no minimums and fast turnaround. For all your printing needs, bigfrog.com/Mequon. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
All day, every day. The Carbless talk and text line is open for you.
First off, there is not one team that's on the fringe that scares me.
800-990-3776. The Carbless talk and text line. This is more.
Earth Justice is a national legal nonprofit defending the environment and people's health. Until justice stands for all, our lawyers will never rest. More at earthjustice.org/neverrest. Earth Justice, because the earth needs a good lawyer.
This is Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, letting you know that Siding Unlimited installs Pella windows and doors. That's right, Siding Unlimited installs windows, and we do it really well, earning the prestigious Pella Platinum Premier National Certified Contractor of the Year award 5 times. New windows, our expert team will deliver on a smooth, hassle-free installation, making you feel proud of calling Siding Unlimited for your window project. What's the next step? Call 262-567-4513 or go to sidingunlimited.com.
Is mud calling a timeout on your ride? A Tsunami Express Car Wash membership is your winning play. Get unlimited washes, fast lane access, and free vacuums every visit, all for less than $1 a day. With 7 Milwaukee area locations, including the newest spot in New Berlin, keeping your car in prime time condition is a total touchdown. Whether you're tailgating, heading to the stadium, or just cruising around town, make sure you roll up looking like a champ. Become a member today at TsunamiExpress.com. Tsunami Express Car Wash. Wash, chill, repeat.
Kick off the new year with a smarter home and bigger savings with Exterior Pros and Baths. New windows to lock in the warmth, durable roofing, eye-catching siding, or a stunning bath makeover. Start the year off right and get $3,000 off your project. That's right, $3,000 back in your pocket during our New Year savings event. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com today. This deal won't last all winter. Exterior Pros and Baths. New year, new home, done right.
Can you feel it? It's the thrill of witnessing a walk-off grand slam, a game-winning touchdown, a buzzer-beating 3. Yeah, you know the feeling. And there's only one place to experience that raw exhilaration. Potawatomi Sportsbook. Catch all the action in a supreme space with dozens of sports betting kiosks, cool drinks, luxe seating, great food, fiery atmosphere, and a monster video wall. Become a legend at Potawatomi Sportsbook. More info online. Must be 21 to enter casino.
When a trophy is raised, it can feel like the season's over, but on the ESPN app, it never really is. Because with more than 47,000 live events, plus originals, highlights, and coverage from every corner of the sports world, there's always something to dive into. No off-season, just everything a fan needs to keep going. Always in season, get all of ESPN all in one place. Download the ESPN app on your TV or phone today.
This is Kyle, Brust Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
We did the Green Bay props and preview earlier presented by Sit Mean Sit. If you missed any of the show, go back on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee, at ESPN Madison, or the ESPN Wisconsin app. But as I mentioned, that was brought to you by Sit Mean Sit, as well as Green Bay Game Night coming to you after the game on Sunday with Strofe and Tausch, I believe. So they will give you your dog of the game truly during that program. But if your dogs don't always listen, you ask yourself, why do they not listen to what I say? Well, you can get help. Matt's team at Sit Mean Sit is amazing. They can have that consultation for free, figure out what the best path is to make your dog happy, confident, and obedient. So go to sitmeansit.com. Check out their Milwaukee and Waukesha pages so you can have, as I mentioned, that happy, confident, and obedient dog. Ben Brust, Brad Nortman, no Kyle Wallace, no Alex Strofe, so Brian D. is running the show. And with no Alex Strofe, it's the wheel of Brian D.
It's time for the Wheel of
Strofe!
No push-ups today for me.
You're the boss.
Yeah. I just don't want to do push-ups. That's a Strofe thing. I don't want to steal his shtick. He needs it more than I do.
Truth to that. Good spin.
No, you don't give out good spins. This is a true good spin.
All right, blue is for Buffalo. I alluded to this earlier in the day in the show. Going to the Bills game this weekend. It's their last game in their current stadium. I got wind today from Greg Scalzo that our CEO is also going to the game, unbeknownst to me.
Why?
Really?
Good question. I'm not entirely sure. Should I reach out to him and try to ride the coattails of the inevitable VIP experience that will come along with that? Or should I just ride it out with my brother and, do our normal?
This is almost like a with or without Craig. The old promotion that we had of Craig's courtside seats in Milwaukee Bucks game. If you won, you had to choose if you were going to the game with Craig or without Craig.
Correct.
I'm 110% without Craig here.
I think so too.
You're going for the experience with your family to take in the nostalgia of the last game played at that stadium.
With all due respect,
you could hang out. You could go to his office right now and talk to him.
I run in different circles than I think Craig would. Right? Craig's gonna he's gonna go to the Buffalo Chop House. He's gonna find a nice white tablecloth restaurant on Saturday night if he's there. He's probably flying in Sunday at 3:00 anyway. Right? I'm gonna be, at the schlubbiest dive bar you could possibly get chicken wings at. Right? I'm gonna be doing shots out of a bowling.
Is this actually a debate you're having?
A little bit, yeah, because I do think there's like a cool, hey, Craig, I heard you're going.
Yeah, but then you're on his time the whole time.
Tough.
Yeah.
You're on Craig time then.
You owe it to the Ralph for all the memories and all the craziness that stadium represents to go the Brian D way.
I would say next time he goes to a Bills game at the new stadium is probably when you want the VIP experience.
Yeah.
I don't see him.
Can I get the behind the scenes of the building they're no longer going to be at?
Can you image in your own head, Craig Carmen? Imagine. You're rubbing off on me. Can you imagine Craig doing a shot of cherry liqueur out of a bowling ball? Because that's what I'm going to be doing pregame.
Could you imagine him jumping on a table?
No.
Man, that would be fun.
Maybe he reaches out to
you should invite him for the full Buffalo Bills fan experience.
Can I hang out with the common folk?
Yes.
And get that experience.
Can we spray you with ketchup and mustard off the top of a 1972 red Ford Pinto?
It's like in Titanic when Rose goes down to the lower level with Jack.
Yeah.
She wants to get the experience.
It's like Hamilton going downtown and slumming it with the poor, right? Like that's what he wants to do.
I don't think you're going to see him.
Okay.
Wheel of Stroke!
I see why Alex likes this. There's a lot of power in this.
Bad spin, though.
Yeah.
Was it?
We need you to get a good spin before you.
Okay. Light blue. We're going to go down to the ATL. Kirko Kringle. Take a listen to that.
Huh? Okay, so before Christmas, when we stood up here, Mark asked kindly what I like to eat at Christmas. And I said a Racine Danish Kringle. You get to try. It's pecan for you. It's the whole thing. Dig in as you see fit. I'm going to get deep in the game here. Kind of like when I talked about pure progressions. When you cut into it and you taste it, you'll know. If you know, you know. Yeah, right. How about you stay up late tonight, kick your feet up, watch the playoff, and eat that whole thing. And see how you feel about yourself.
Well, I can speak from experience, Kirk. At the NFL draft, when we had this Racine Danish Kringles, we were there, 3 straight days? I probably had a full cinnamon Kringle each day.
Oh, I can't blame you, though. That's so good.
You got a favorite flavor?
Cinnamon.
I love bourbon pecan. That is delicious.
The cinnamon is because I grew up loving the cinnamon, not the
Pop-Tart?
The cinnamon Pop-Tart.
Yeah. I'd say cinnamon's really good.
And now I can't even think about getting them because they've made it basically as much bread as possible, even on the sides. Like there's just it's a smaller portion of the goodness.
That was my go-to gas station snack when I was in college. I used to be a lot heftier. Ben probably remembers Big Brian.
I actually hosted Marquette College game day with you.
Your first time on a GKB airwave, if I'm not mistaken.
I've been doing Scalzo and Brust, yeah.
In an official paid manner. I would go into the gas station and I would get a 2-pack of cinnamon sugar Pop-Tarts.
Oh, it does sound
and
good.
a Monster Energy drink.
Yeah,
Hard.
but
they're
good no matter what, but in the toaster oven.
But if you're telling me that the innards of the Pop-Tart, that they're starting to,
yeah, they're cutting costs.
What's better, the cinnamon sugar in the toaster oven or the cookies and cream Pop-Tart out of the freezer?
I've never had the cookies and cream.
I have, but again, I won't. They're cutting down on the goodness of what you love of those.
Inflation's eating everything.
I brought a cinnamon Racine Danish Kringle to Christmas Eve with my family. I was actually mad I did it because everyone ate it and I didn't get as much as I wanted.
So I bring it up solely to celebrate Kringle because I love that it's made its way down to Atlanta. Kirk Cousins is spreading the love to the Falcons, gaggle of media down there. It's just fantastic.
Who would have love a good media gaggle?
Yeah.
Who would have thought that the Minnesota Vikings quarterback, the one thing he would take away with him is indeed a Wisconsin staple.
There it is.
Love that.
Wheel of Strove.
One last interception for Kirk Cousins on his way out. Yellow. We're going to go to unsportsmanlike this morning, where the NBA nerd Evan Cohen really showed his teeth. Take a listen.
We were discussing this after the show yesterday because I saw a tweet that really got me going. It said, Mozambique is a top-tier name for a country. Really doesn't get better than that. Is Mozambique the best country name of all time?
I gotta be honest.
I submit to you some other names.
I thought that was a person.
Mozambique?
You thought Mozambique was a person?
I thought the way you just said it was like Mozambique, and I'm like, I don't know what team.
You thought it was a basketball player?
He just
Mozambique, NBA Africa, Mozambique. Man, you know what? Mozambique went for 12 and 10.
You know what? There's a guy I like. There's a guy I like. I'm like, Masai Ujiri did it again. He found another guy. He got this Mozambique guy.
Mozambique still has 4 years of eligibility.
Oh, my God.
He's going to Baylor, actually.
Mozambique is hitting the portal, baby.
The way Pat said it, there was like a pause in between the Mo and the Zambique part. I'm like, who is this guy?
Mozambique is on the Thunder G League team for sure.
So there it is from One Sportsmanlike this morning. Evan Cohen, Chris Candy, Michelle Smallman.
I don't know what you want me to say because that is absolutely something that I would do, which is an indictment on Evan.
Yeah. That
is
well
so
said.
true.
Well said.
I had no idea where that segment was going. That is hilarious.
Yeah.
I mean, but I can only hear Mozambique as the country, but now, after rephrasing it as Mozambique,
he's a stretch four.
I could see that.
Stretch four.
He's a stretch four.
Sadiq Bey?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Big E stretch four. Yeah. Big E Swanigan, God rest his soul. I think he died. Can you help me there? Did Caleb Swanigan die?
I think he did.
I'm gonna Google that to make sure.
Yeah, but I think it was actually really sad.
Shoot.
Mozambique is a good country name, for the record, though.
It is great. Can you think of one better?
Trinidad and Tobago?
That's a good one. They had great uniforms in the Mighty Ducks D2.
Why do they have two names? Trinidad and Tobago?
Good question.
Was there a merger of sorts?
He died at 25.
Mozambique, though.
Mozambique.
Live and kicking.
Do you have any more Wheel of D's?
No, that's going to do it.
Can you at least try and get a good spin?
Sure, I can get you a good spin.
One good spin for the road.
I actually have one more if you want it.
Sure.
Now
that's better.
Spin.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I didn't know the sauce you had to bring to this. Rose Bowl yesterday. Brad, you played in the Rose Bowl.
2 Rose Bowls.
2 Rose Bowls. It was the most aesthetically unpleasing Rose Bowl of all time. Between both crimson uniforms, Indiana and Alabama, basically wearing the same uniform backwards.
Inverted.
And then, like, they need to cancel the Rose Bowl if it's not sunny in Los Angeles. Like, the gray.
I know.
Like,
it's a good take.
Like, I mean, Brad's Rose Bowl, they played TCU. There's bright purple. There's Andy Dalton's red hair. There's your uniforms. There's the mountains in the background. Like the sun's. Like that's what I.
Yeah, the view doesn't hit as hard without the sun.
And like the Rose Parade, it's a spectacle,
Yes.
and all the bands on the field. The bands were playing from the stands.
The B-2 bomber didn't come over till halftime because of weather. What are we doing?
Yeah, they should have.
Wow, that's a lot of
for
misses.
One game.
Yeah, it was just it was an ugly experience. And then the game sucked. Indiana won 38-3. I think it was a blowout. Like the most aesthetically unpleasing Rose Bowl of all time.
Yeah, that's a really good take. That's a really good take.
There it is. That is the Wheel of Brian D. Coming up next, I actually lied in the show because I said I haven't led Brad astray, but I've got him to scratch his itch a little bit at Potawatomi Sportsbook. What was easy money is no longer easy money.
Did I just clear my throat with my mic
totally
open?
did. Next.
This is Kyle Brust Nortman.
800-990-3776. Say that again.
What a radio pro.
He's so...
Say that again. Nobody said a word. On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
We've got westbound 94 with basically right about at almost to Barker Road. The two right lanes are blocked right now because of some debris. In the backups closer to Moreland Road, we do have a crash on the left shoulder being worked on. We got delays. Basically, that's right around Calhoun. Delays are coming in from about Sunny Slope Road all the way to those accident scenes. Then we've also got delays on 94 westbound from just before 35th Street to almost Hawley Road eastbound. You're seeing some backups with folks slowing down to take a look from Barker Road all the way to about Brookfield Road. Back on the brakes from just before 76th Street all the way to 68th. There is a broken down vehicle off on the right shoulder there. And they're still working on this other accident. This is on northbound 94 right at the collector ramp at Layton Avenue. It is off on the right shoulder. And checking the TMJ4 Storm King forecast tonight, and clouds increase with a low of 14. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, a high of 25. This holiday season, escape the hustle and bustle at Lakeland Resort. From spa days to holiday events, it's where the spirit of the season comes to life. Book your getaway today at lakelandresort.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
This is Matt Meitner, owner of Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Do you find yourself talking to your dog but feel like she's not listening to you?
Bella, sit!
Are you constantly repeating yourself but she's not following your directions?
This is the Homer
Sit.
Hour on
Sit!
Frustrating, isn't it? At Sit Means Sit Dog Training, we want to help you have a happy, confident, and obedient dog, and we also want to make the training process an enjoyable and worthwhile experience. Contact Sit Means Sit today to schedule a free consultation so we can create a customized training program so you are able to have the dog you want and deserve.
Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Sorry, we don't train husbands, wives, or kids.
When you're injured, you want quick, specialized care, not a long ER wait. The orthopedic care specialists at Ortho ASAP treat fractures, sprains, strains, sports injuries, and more right away. With on-site x-rays and expert care, Ortho ASAP gets you back on track faster. Open 7 days a week with locations in Brookfield and Pewaukee, it's more affordable than the ER. Walk in, get treated, and get back to life. Ortho ASAP. There is a difference. Visit orthowisconsin.com.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
According to American writer H.L. Mencken, a well-stocked bar can create over 17 billion different cocktails. Hi, this is Marie from Discount Liquor. I don't know if 17 billion is accurate or not, but I do know that Discount Liquor is the place to find everything you need to be well-stocked for any occasion. Discount Liquor is Wisconsin's home to over 2,000 varieties of beer, 3,500 types of liquor, and over 8,000 wines. Our unparalleled selection is rivaled only by our incredible savings and everyday low prices. And we know how to take care of our customers, no matter the occasion. In fact, Discount Liquor has won numerous national and local awards. Visit Discount Liquor at our Milwaukee or Waukesha locations. Family owned and operated since 1960.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
In Milwaukee on 51st in Oklahoma, and in downtown Waukesha on Main and Barstow. Check out our specials at discountliquorinc.com.
Wisconsin is still cattle country, and that's why Bunzel's chose to stay close to home to hand select the finest beef. Quality goes into everything they do, from Bunzel's expansive array of meats, homemade specialty sausages, and their award-winning beef jerky. It just isn't a proper holiday meal without Bunzel's top quality cuts on the dinner table. Tasting is believing. Visit Bunzel's at 90th and Burleigh or bunzels.com.
Football's back, and if you're headed up toward Green Bay, the perfect stop is Higher Love Cannabis Company, just seconds over the border in Menominee, Michigan. Less than an hour from Green Bay. An easy stop before or after the game or anytime you're passing through town. And with so many low-quality, unregulated CBD products floating around Wisconsin, trust matters. Higher Love, award-winning, organically grown, locally owned, and the real deal. Higher Love Cannabis Company, best in the Midwest. Visit findhigherlove.com/CBD.
This is Kyle Brust Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Ben Brust, Brad Nortman, no Strofe or Wallace, which means Brian D., content director of 94.5 ESPN, is running the show. 800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talk and Text line. Of course, you can get us on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee. Now, Brad, when are you going to learn your lesson? Never say the words easy money.
I'm learning the hard way, Ben.
What happened?
So it turns out that these futures bets for the Green Bay Packers that I thought were easy money is dumb money.
How many?
So there's three bets. One, two of them, I put one unit on, a Brad Nortman unit. Which is lower than you'd expect because my appetite for gambling. I bet 2 units on Josh Jacobs. So here's what I put the 1 units on. And tell me that this isn't easy money preseason. 9.5 wins. Over 9.5 wins for the Green Bay Packers.
It's not done.
It's likely done. I'm mentally chalking it up as a loss because I'm just digesting all this pain together. So that's 9.5 wins. Jordan Love, over 24.5 throwing touchdowns. He has 23. And you know what? He had 23 after the Broncos game.
My goodness.
So I thought to myself, he's got 3 games to go to throw 2 touchdown passes. Easy money.
Oh, no.
And what do you know? Concussed against the Bears, out against the Ravens, out against the Vikings. He's going to end up with 23 when I needed him to get over 24.5. I literally... And it's for the 9.5 wins. They were 9-3.
You started planning your next dinner with the winnings.
I was already planning it. They were 9-3-1 after the Bears win in early December. They had 4 games to get 1 win.
Well, they have a game still.
That they're actively resting everybody. Clayton Tune. You're our only hope, Clayton Tune. 9.5 wins. Jordan Love, 24.5 touchdown passes over. He's in with 23. And this one
hurts.
The one I thought was just so easy money.
I remember doing the calculations on this one.
It was like he had to get like it's Josh Jacobs over 1,050 yards rushing for the season. Now that is something.
Oh yeah. So
that is something that he has done most of his career pending some sort of ridiculous injury. Now, I guess he kind of was banged up this year, but even like going back a few weeks ago, he only had to average like 50 yards a game. So you were just waiting all season. Come on, Josh Jacobs. But he never had that breakout game. He was never consistent. And he has 920 right now, and he's likely not going to play. So all of these...
1,050 yards divided by 17 games.
What is it, like 58?
61.7 yards per game.
I mean, that is something that he should be getting in his sleep. But, I mean, however many times Matt LaFleur just tried to just hit the run game over and over, they could just never get it going.
I actually got him to a point where his knee got bruised. He never got healthy.
And just like hurt? That, again.
Yeah,
Are you sure? Because he's not on the injury report.
Yeah.
But they put everybody on the injury report.
We've talked about this with Jason Wilde, how they took him off the injury report. He played, 2 series?
Yeah.
And then the rest went to Emmanuel Wilson?
Yeah, it's been strange. I don't know why they're not just resting him if they're going to play him for a few rushes and then
there's no way he's playing in this game.
No, he's not. So again, that one's going to lose as well. Josh Jacobs, I had the over 1,050 yards, something that he gets in his sleep most seasons. He's going to end up with less than 1,000.
The Love one hurts. Man, the Love in the over 9.5.
Dude,
when you say 9-3-1,
they were 9-3-1.
But you have Clayton Tune.
Yeah, Clayton Tune. I am watching that game for some salvaging of these bets. Now I'm going to lose most of them. But if there's a way that Clayton Tune, please, Clayton Tune, I don't want to be 0-3. Please help me out. They were 9-3-1 with 4 games to go.
You know what sucks for you? Is because this game is meaningless, you can't even hedge if you wanted to win some money. You can't even take the Vikings on the money line plus money to try and make sure that even if the Packers lost, you could win.
To not win 7 games with this team is crazy.
7?
To not win 7. I phrased that horribly.
To lose?
Well, the tie is throwing me off. They have not won. If they lose this weekend, 7 games, like they're a 9-8 team. It's pretty damning for this coaching staff.
There are some.
We've talked about it. It's 3 straight 7 seeds and a playoff missed at the end of Aaron Rodgers.
There are some teams that we all think are pretty bad that are in let's say they lose on Sunday, right? They have 9 wins. If you just say, okay, what's like one team that's like within 1 game of them with 8 wins? There are some bad teams.
Dude, the Vikings, this would be their 9th win.
That would be. The Lions will also probably have 9 wins if they beat the Bears.
Are there
the
any
Colts
other...
who have been in free fall. The Miami Dolphins have 7 wins. That is within reach of that. How about this one? The Atlanta Falcons. They're 7-9. Like that is in the same ballpark of a 9.
Are you? But here's how I have to. I understand what you're doing right now because you're reeling from your bet.
I'm reeling.
But if I told you the Packers are closer to the 2-seeded Bears or the 7-seeded Falcons or the 7-win Falcons, who would you say?
The Bears,
exactly.
From on the field
standpoint. This is welcome to betting.
Think about the tie though. If this game, like if that ball drops a second later against the Cowboys and they don't tie the game, they lose. And
oh my gosh,
remember that? That's how close they are right now to being on the outside looking in. And I get it's very easy to play revisionist history in the NFL. Like it's
every team's got their games that they.
Of course.
They also gave that Browns game is unacceptable.
Yeah,
the way that they lost that one. Look, I continue to say it, and I'm glad you brought that up, and I'm glad I shifted your mind for a second.
I might have
because
to
they
retire
are
easy
closer
money.
To the Bears.
They are,
who are the 2 seed likely, maybe the Eagles, than they are to the Dolphins and the Falcons, those 7-win team you mentioned. But that's just right now. All that goes to crap if you lose in the wild card. Then you make the argument, well, how close are they? And again, there's been injuries, but everyone has to go through injuries. And we know what this team can do. And it's likely the max is the NFC Championship game. That's the max they can make.
That would be a fairly magical run. That would be 2 magical games to go on the road twice against division winners and win, to end up in the NFC Championship game.
Think how magical 2023 felt, and they won a game, right? They won one game, and then they almost beat San Francisco, and we're like, oh my God, the Packers.
Yeah, but again, that was his first year starting.
I'm saying, it would be amazing for them to win 2 games. Like any NFC Championship, that level of run is a run. You can't have a run if you don't win 2.
But then if you go to the NFC Championship, if you lose that, then the narrative is still we haven't been to the Super Bowl since 2010.
I don't know about that. If you would have to beat the 2 seed and the 1 seed, right? Because if the Packers win, they're going to automatically go to the 1 seid.
Then you should say at that point,
you'd say success. Like we didn't see this coming on January 2nd, but here we are. Because
do the Packers have a better chance of winning 2 playoff games than beating the Vikings with Clayton Tune for Brad's bet?
That's a sad question to propose. I don't like that question whatsoever.
How does that make you feel?
Bad. I might have to retire easy money. And I love saying that, but maybe this will be the last time I say this.
No, you say easy money when they hand you the money at the counter.
You don't do it when you place the bet?
No.
That's why you place the bet, though. Because you think that this is easy money, or else you wouldn't depart with your money.
Well, if you think that it's easy money, look at the lights in Las Vegas. They don't exist like that for a reason.
I will say, I might not retire easy money, but I will retire mentally counting my winnings before it happens. Because I'm not going to lie, in early December, when they were 9-3-1, and when Jordan Love had 23 touchdown passes after the Broncos game, I thought, where am I going to put this money? I'm going to have some extra walking around money. Now I feel like it's been robbed of me, Ben Brust. But I'm still a novice gambler.
These lines that Brad is maybe going to lose, I don't want to rule you out yet.
Yeah.
They do support the scriptwriter conspiracy theorist, don't they?
No.
What do you mean?
The season happened, man.
Yes, the script.
Oh, you don't actually believe in this. Brad,
I don't.
Brad, do you believe in the script? You played in the NFL.
We can't divulge what happens inside the locker room, Ben. You know that.
All right, Brad. Whatever you say.
He was in the script meetings, man.
Yeah. Punter number 2.
We wrap up the first show of the new year by bashing one of our own. Next.
This is Kyle Brust Nortman.
Do you think?
Nope.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. With Wilde and Tausch, you won't miss a play.
Nobody should be writing the season off. The idea of being one of the top teams without 2 of your best players is a big reach. But this is a season that you can find ways to do it.
Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
You think anybody ever feels sorry for the Green Bay Packers? They don't. and they shouldn't, and you shouldn't.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Why DIY your frozen pizza toppings when Screamin' Sicilian already went over the top for you? We're talking whole milk mozzarella, heaps of premium meats, a mountain of veggies. Screamin' Sicilian is frozen pizza stacked, no add-ons needed. Mamma mia! Screamin' Sicilian, so loaded with toppings, it's almost cheating. Find Screamin' Sicilian in your local grocer's freezer section and taste what all the screamin' is about.
You've already put in the work. Now there's a way to make it count towards your degree. At Lakeland University, your work and life experience can earn you college credit, helping you finish faster, saving time and money. With flexible evening and online classes, plus multiple start dates, Lakeland fits your life. Study 100% online at one of our 6 locations across Wisconsin or on our residential campus in Sheboygan County. Customize your degree to fit your life, your goals, your future, without missing the moments that matter, at work or at home. Your experience matters here. Lakeland University. Experience it your way.
Host an unforgettable outing and create special memories with your crew at a Milwaukee Bucks game. Groups of 10 or more can score ticket savings, block seating, and take part in special activities on game days. Showcase your team's talents on center court, score a high five from the pros, and more. There are great options for groups of all sizes. Start planning your ultimate Bucks basketball game day experience today at bucks.com/groups. That's bucks.com/groups.
Hey sports fans, looking to level up your next private event? V Private Bar Services is your game changer. Move beyond the ordinary. V Private Bar Services crafts custom cocktails tailored to your brand and your guests' tastes. Imagine a bar experience that's as unique as your business. Our expert mixologists will create a memorable experience that your clients and team will rave about. From signature cocktails to full-service bars, we've got you covered. Be the MVP of your next event. Visit vprivatebar.com to book today.
UW Credit Union presents the Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every you. Learn more at uwcu.org.
With your UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, I'm Will Summers. This week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week is Elkhorn senior Kyron Lyle. Lyle powered Elkhorn to a 3-0 week, picking up 2 Southern Lakes Conference wins along with a non-conference victory. She opened the week with 23 points and 8 rebounds in a 62-48 win over Waterford. She followed that with a dominant all-around performance in a 53-23 victory over perennial conference power Union Grove, recording a triple-double with 17 points, 18 rebounds, and 10 assists, while also adding 5 blocks and 4 steals. Elkhorn capped the week with another win over Waukesha West, continuing its strong early season momentum. A 3-sport athlete and a Division I commit to UW Green Bay, Lyle continues to shine at the highest level. Congratulations to Kyron Lyle, your UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week.
Experience hot gaming action and a relaxing spa day. Your perfect winter getaway at the island. Book a stay and float package to get both a standard room and a rejuvenating 60-minute float pod therapy session for less than $100. Complement your stay with an elevated dining experience at Horizon Steakhouse, followed by an evening of comedy in Club 41. The Island Resort and Casino's stay and float package runs through February. Call 800-682-6040 to book yours today. Certain days and restrictions apply.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
On Twitter at KBN ESPN. We did name the game, which is usually everyone calling it a must-win game heading into every game. We know this one isn't. Name the game, Week 18. Tune in or tune out game. Only 15%. I was very proud of that.
Just a little disrespected.
Tune up game. Even worse, 12%.
Hey!
Let's get this over with. 73%.
That I can no longer say with a straight face.
I would say from a creativity standpoint, I'll take the cake. But from a, you're right, like, nobody really actually cares. We're trying to make people care with our answers.
Do you think if they could forfeit, they would forfeit? Like, if given the option.
Yes, in a heartbeat. Yes, they have forfeited. They forfeited already. They're playing Looney Tunes.
Yeah, like if Goodell comes to LaFleur and goes, hey, you guys don't need to do this.
Right, no, they're not going to play. They don't want to play. Other than maybe the defense to prove that they're not as horrible as they were, but they don't want to play.
But they won't even get that credit because they're playing Max Brosmer.
Rashawn Gary's
No, J.J. McCarthy's playing, buddy.
Oh, he is?
Vikings going to kick some serious butt.
Oh, wow.
Paul in the 414 chimes in. It's a must-play game.
Perfectly stated.
That is so good.
Oh, man, that's really good, Paul. It actually puts us all to shame.
And by the way, you just got screwed on your bet.
Totally, right?
But that's part of it. Tell them it's part of it.
That's part of the game. Sometimes you
don't
get lucky.
win every time that you think you're smarter.
I bet a prop bet where the quarterback would go under like 5 yards. And they've got 5 yards. The last 3 plays were kneel downs. -1, -1, -1. He was under 5.
How about
and
that?
I won the greatest scam ever.
Was that a backup?
What?
Was that backup coming into?
No. It was the guy who's the quarterback for the Rams?
Stafford.
Yeah. So Stafford, I had under 5 yards.
So he's
at
You're
5.
saying rushing yards.
Rushing yards.
So he's at 5.
He's at 5. I've lost.
And then kneel down.
Kneel down.
That's
he might have been at
ridiculous.
7, and
So
I got
why
down 3.
why do kneel downs count but not sacks? Because he's giving himself up.
I believe it's viewed as a rushing attempt,
Correct.
and in sacks, it's like a passing
stat.
play.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Thank you, Brad Nerdman.
Yeah.
Additionally, we have on the Carbless Talk and text line as Matthew Golden was a topic of conversation because of how much Adam Stenavich went into why he's not going to have a role. If you think he's going to have a role, he's not going to have a role in the playoffs.
He could have a role.
No,
catch
not
one or
according
two
to Adam
passes.
Stenavich.
Jet sweeps.
What, he's going to play him? Well, no. He's not going to
We got
catch.
Bo Melton in the room.
What?
You got Bo Melton.
He's getting more snaps than Golden.
Well, then there's something.
Who do you blame most for Golden's lackluster rookie season?
If Melton's ahead of him, it's on Golden. Otherwise, they're not using him for any plays. All they want is somebody to block.
No, it's on the coaching staff because they go, oh, he's been here. Even though he's on the defensive side, he knows our concepts and maybe blocks better or
the
whatever.
only reason he's playing is he blocks.
Matthew Golden's getting 33% of the vote. Brian Gutekunst is getting 3%. Matt LaFleur, 59%. And Jordan Love, 5%.
We all said he
I think that's too little on Jordan Love, though, because Jordan Love is the one who recently talked about how he's finally running better routes and they're getting more rapport. And Stenavich mentioned rapport. And as Jason Woodley pointed out, that's about as far as Jordan will go in terms of calling out players. That's him saying, well, he's not doing the right things to get on the field.
Right.
So there's where you have it for Golden. And then lastly, this wasn't a poll, but I do need to get the pulse of content director Brian D., because you're in the seat of one Alex Strofe, typically from 2 to 5, producing the show. What's been going on with him, man?
He's been selectively deciding when he wants to show up to work while
Who's
he's
his manager?
While he's on vacation.
Who's his manager?
So here's the weird thing. If you take vacation, you're not expected to be here. So if he's showing up for stuff, I can't be mad at him, can I?
But he's showing up for stuff not for his primary responsibility.
You were on vacation, though, and you showed up for Green Bay game night, right?
That's not vacation.
That's fair. That's fair.
But if he's on vacation, he shows up, you kick him out.
Wow, that's a guy right there.
But here's the weird thing. He hasn't showed up for this, which is his main career responsibility.
That's what I've been getting at.
He showed up for everything else. He showed up for Weekly Wildy. He showed up to do a hit on WTMJ.
Now, that is crazy. Love WTMJ, but to do a hit? To come in person and do a hit?
He came in person the same day that we did a show without him producing 3 hours prior to our show starting.
I'm going to have a talk with him when he gets back to the office.
Did he bounce?
Homer was off on Green Bay game night. Strofe was, oh, I'm in. Oh, sign me up.
Did he like lob this up to you as his manager? Like, hey, I know I'm taking some PTO, but I want to do this.
So this is how it came to my attention. I was in here filling in for Joshy DiMaggio, who's doing vacation the right way. I haven't heard from Josh in 3 weeks, right? So I was filling in for
If you
Joshy.
need him, you can't get him.
On like the 19th and 20th, I'm running the board for Wildy and Tausch, and the door opens back here in the producer room, and Strophe walks in like a day after. I'm like, what are you doing here?
Did you run into him in the wild at all?
That is so
I did.
crazy.
I'm glad you brought that up. I did bump into him out in the wild.
Where?
He was with his lovely girlfriend out at a local Target.
You ran into him
at Target? He was at Target. Yeah. He was buying like a mini fridge for college, it looked like. He looked terrible.
He's buying a mini fridge?
I don't think he was buying a mini fridge, but he looked like a college student.
Who was pushing the cart, him or his girlfriend?
I can't remember if he was carrying anything or not.
Oh.
They didn't have a cart.
Okay.
He must have been carrying something.
Wow.
But
He's on full defend himself mode on the personal talk and text line.
Of course he is.
I'm not even going to give him the opportunity to be heard through text message. So welcome to the new year, everybody, and look forward to this must-play game on Sunday. Is there anything because the poll results were let's just get it over with? I'm asking. I know Homer's answer. No, nothing. Is there anything we can take away from this game that will help for our minds and what we will think will happen moving forward in the playoffs? Brad, as somebody who maybe sat or watched the team sit because you still punted.
Yeah. I played a couple plays. Not for this season. No. Because this is just, they're going to put in a vanilla game plan. If you're resting starters, it also means your game plan is vanilla. Your defensive game plan is vanilla. You're almost more evaluating. This is like an extended preseason game to figure out who steps up, who can win their one-on-one matchups, who can we maybe plug and play next year, who can we move on from next year. So that's why this is more like a scouting event for the Green Bay Packers, which I go back to Clayton Tune. Clayton Tune, maybe the guy that's going to be the Packers' backup. I'm watching him with an eye of intrigue.
Today is evaluation day. The keyword is value.
Power rank
Do you
these
have
games
any?
for me. Okay. You've got Eagles, Commanders. You've got Bears, Lions. You've got Packers, Vikings. You've got Steelers, Ravens. Give me your interest level in those games from top to bottom.
Steelers, Ravens, Lions,
1.
Bears, Eagles, Commanders, because Jalen Hurts is out, and then the Packers game.
So you care more about Rodgers than you do who the Packers are playing in the first round.
It means something. We just went this whole entire show talking about how we knew this didn't mean anything, and we just ended this show by saying it doesn't mean anything, except Brad trying to sell us on Clayton Tune.
Clayton Tune.
Tell me, spot the lie on the ranking. It's a perfect ranking.
I'm actually right there along with you. I might put the Packers over the Eagles just because that game really doesn't interest me. But I think Lions Bears is fascinating. But for sure, Aaron Rodgers.
But the Eagles Commanders, it
plays a role.
You're right, it plays a role. But if they're not playing their starters, then it's even more reason to put the Packers ahead because we actually can. Look at who's out there and figure out who they are if they haven't been here.
Yeah, and any combination of if the Bears lose, Eagles win, that needs to happen. Anything beyond that, then the Packers are playing the Bears, and that's highly unlikely that anything beyond that will happen.
Well, Brad, I will be watching.
I'll be watching.
I was going to say, why isn't the Packers game number one for you? They can win, and you can win the over 9.5.
That's true. This is a must-win for me. This is a must-win for Brad Nortman. It might not be for the Packers, but for my appetites at the of placing wagers, as I say in props and previews, this is a must-win.
You sounded so not seasoned in this. Placing wagers?
Place a wager.
Placing some wagers.
You're gonna have to, unlike Ben, send Clayton Tune a thank you note if they win the game.
I give him a little scratch. There you go. Give him a little of my scratch.
We'll all find out together. We're all in this together on Sunday at noon as we watch and close our eyes at Clayton Tune versus Brian Flores.
Watch and close your eyes.
Listen,
you know what I'm saying. You can't do both, but you can watch and then as the play unfolds, close your eyes. And then watch what happens.
Look away.
Coming up next on 94.5 ESPN. Brian, you sticking around?
I am. Homer and Gary.
Homer and Gary Ellerson with Brian D. here running the show. It's the Homer Hour. Coming up next. Talk to you on Monday. 2 minutes.
Well, it's still backed up westbound 94, heading through the stadium interchange from about 27th Street all the way to Mitchell Boulevard. And then